Here we go.
From the Schmoes Know Network Studios in Los Angeles, California, it's time for the Schmoes Know Movie Show. Tonight, we go to war. First, with North Korea. Second, with Screen Junkies. As tonight, Schmoes Know takes on the crew of Screen Junkies in an epic battle of movie fights. And now, here's your hosts, Christian Harloff, Alicia Malone, and soon to be joined by Tiffany Smith.
Hey.
Hello, Schmoville. It is the last show of 2014, the Schmoes Know Movie Show. Mark Ellis is out telling the jokes somewhere in Omaha, I think. If not, he's somewhere else, maybe Jersey. It is me, Christian Harloff, and I am joined by the lovely Alicia Malone from AMC Movie Talk as well. How are you?
I'm good, and I'm kind of repping Ellis. Instead of Van Halen t-shirt, I've got Von Trier. Lars is my jam.
And that's probably why Tiffany isn't here, because he directed Nymphomaniac Volumes 1 and 2, which we forced her to watch. If you haven't watched that on Schmo Plus, you better do it.
She should never see Antichrist, by the way.
No, she should not see that at all. And Tiffany will be here very soon. We'll talk to her about that. But this is we're going to have a fun show tonight. It is the last show, and this is our first show that we're streaming on YouTube. Normally we do it on the website, but we've switched over now. We'll be streaming this on YouTube. If you're watching the next day on Schmoes Know Movies podcast YouTube channel, just to let you guys know from now on, this show will now be streamed live every Thursday night. Well, in 2015, that is.
Yeah, so you can chat and get involved, and you're watching them, so
we have
monitoring.
We do have one more show, though. It's not the official show, and it's the after-hour show, which we'll be talking about that. It's actually one of the ways. We're going to be giving away a lot of stuff tonight because it's our last show. Listen to the stuff we're giving away. For all you animation fans, Warner Brothers has a new Tom and Jerry cartoon out there that we're going to... Oh, there she is. Yeah, very nice. Nice. Thanks for joining us. I'm glad we're on your schedule there.
It's like an hour and a half.
Wow.
An hour and a half.
It's very nice to see you.
But you look cute.
You look like you're right out of Game of Thrones with that coat. How are you?
It's my homeless chic.
Right. Tiffany Smith, how are you? Nice to see you.
I'm good. Sorry, I'm late, guys,
That's all
but
right.
I'm here. Yay!
So we are going to be doing, like I said, it's a giveaway. The Tom and Jerry. This is Tom and Jerry Warner Brothers DVD that we'll be giving away. We're giving away 2 of those. This is a really cool one. 2 autographed posters of Gremlins.
By Ken's favorite.
Ken, what's that movie, Ken?
Yeah, Ken, have you ever seen Gremlins?
That's the one where they fight in the
airplane. Yeah, JT's out here fixing the camera. No one can hear you. And then we're also giving away the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Blu-rays, but there's also a really big gift pack. It's got like a backpack and ninja mats. It's really cool. One of the ways we're going to do that, Alicia, you're going to ask anyone that's going to be at the after-hour show.
Not Tiffany.
No, not Tiffany. You're going to ask somebody a question that you would at the after-hour show, right?
Okay, yeah.
And Schmoville will call in, and if they guess that person's answer, it has to be multiple choice, then they will win one of those prizes. And the same will go for you. We're gonna I have a question for you lined up.
Interesting.
So we're gonna do that.
And we have an audience, so I hope you're on your best behavior.
We do have an audience, and I would like to introduce our in the audience. JT, let's put on the couch here. We have the privilege of always being able to have fans kind of watch, call in. This young man called in. He was a big fan of the show. And we were like, you know what? We're going to have him come in. Turns out that he lives pretty damn close. And we're like, we're going to call. He's going to come in. And it's Max. Max, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. So you've been watching the show for about, what, an hour and a half? An hour and a half. He just got into it. He about an hour and a half ago, he started watching. He said, I'm in.
One episode.
What's a schmo? So about a year and a half. And I loved his answer. I said, how'd you find us? He was like, I don't know, dude. I just found you. So you're a big movie fan?
Yeah, big movie fan.
So give me what are some of your favorite movies that you saw this year?
This year, Boyhood.
Yeah.
Nice. Good choice.
Whiplash.
You didn't like Boyhood?
I didn't like Boyhood, but I liked Whiplash.
Oh, I love
That's
Whiplash.
nice. We have a fan in here. You shit all over his choices.
I'm not gonna lie. I've said I wasn't really into Boyhood. I got bored.
What else movie would you like that she's gonna hate?
Apes. You like
Yeah. Don't worry about her. Apes on horses. Apes on horses.
I'm in the minority for Boyhood. It's fine.
You are in the severe minority. It's all right. I still love you.
And so what did you like about what did you like about Apes?
I just thought it was better than the first one. I think everything was elevated. Toby Kebbell, literally was on par with Andy Serkis, I think.
I agree with you,
Yes,
man. He really
sure.
he's stepped up for sure. Hey, Cody, you can leave. Max is our new intern. You can leave.
Yeah.
Bye, Cody. See, I called him Cody too. Max, well, thank you for joining us. Very happy to have you here today. We're gonna chime in some new movie stories as well too. We're gonna get into that. Have you ever heard the Pit Boss do his news before? Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna get into it because at 6:30, by the way, this is gonna be cool. If you guys are not watching on the Popcorn Talk Network, we have a show, Screen Junkies Movie Fights, which is really cool. They break down certain topics and they battle. And now it's Team Schmo versus Team Screen Junkies. We're going to have Tiffany's going to be able to talk about some. You're going to love this because one of the categories is going to be who is the best Batman of all time. So you're going to be good at this. Don't worry. This is a game you're going to be good at. And we're going to have a lot of great topics that are going to go head to head. And then 7:30 to 8, we'll really kind of preview not only the after hour show, but we're going to talk about Schmoeville came up with their own awards for this very here show.
No, so cool.
And all their awards and all the winners will announce those as well. But it's news time. Let's get to it. The Pit Boss, Ken Knapsack, hit it. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm Ken Knapsack, and these are your Schmoes Know headlines, brought to you by schmoesknow.com, your source for movie news, reviews, and clues. And I'd like to dedicate the news to all the wonderful fans we met last Friday night at the AMC party, especially Jacob Bartley, who thought I'd be too drunk to remember his name. And our top story of the week, if you want to see the interview, here's the address to Seth Rogen's house. Turns out that may be the only place to see it. This, after the fallout from the Sony hack went from an amusingly uncomfortable conversation starter to downright menacing to a full-blown international incident, as the group behind the hack, the Guardians of Peace, announced Tuesday that if the movie was released as planned on Christmas Day, the group would carry out a so-called 9/11 level attack at movie theaters nationwide, essentially threatening anyone who sees a movie that day. The chain reaction went as follows. Carmike Cinemas, a mostly southern-based movie chain, was the first to drop out of exhibiting the film, while at the same time other chains expressed the belief that Sony should make the call to cancel the film and not drop it in the lap of individual chains. The age of liability. Rival studios even called upon Sony to pull the movie, with one source saying, if somebody called in a bomb threat to a concert and it was credible, you'd have to cancel the concert. Arclight Cinemas, who is owned by the same company behind Pacific Theaters, was the next to drop out, saying it wouldn't show the film in any of its SoCal-based luxury theaters, which means the terrorists were now stepping between you and your chicken apple sausage baguette. Then the New York premiere of the movie was canceled by Landmark Cinemas. Then AMC, Regal, and others dropped out, and the writing was on the wall. Late Wednesday, Sony announced that they would no longer be releasing the movie in theaters as planned, and as of right now, there are no plans to release the film in any other formats. This prompted immediate reaction in the most intelligent of public forums, the internet, with most believing Sony had cowered to terrorists, while others believed that Sony had to err on the side of caution lest something actually happen, because in the modern corporate world, there's one thing worse than a terror threat: a class action lawsuit. Then the U.S. government announced that they believe that North Korea is behind, or at the very least connected to the attack. North Korea had previously denied their involvement, but said they supported the group and would probably invite them to their next holiday party. No plus ones, no dancing. For what it's worth, the Department of Homeland Security has said that there are no credible threats at this time, but you try telling that to my mother. And to the junior high kids listening, no credible threats does not mean 100% certainty to anyone who has actually had to be involved in the decision-making process involving the safety of the public. Meanwhile, my 90-year-old World War II veteran grandfather is surprised that talkies have lasted this long, let alone start a war. There was other movie news this week, because the one thing North Korea can't take from us is the right to debate over which director should be allowed to head a big studio's tax write-offs. The battle to keep Star Trek 3 on course is still going. Weeks after Roberto Orci left or was removed from the director's chair, he is still on board as a producer. A top 5 list of replacement candidates has emerged, with Rupert Wyatt on top of the mysterious list. Also rumored on the list are Morton Tyldum, Daniel Espinosa, Justin Lin, and Duncan Jones, though Jones later turned down the offer on his Twitter feed. Not on the list, anyone who understands the true power of soul food or the fan choice, Jonathan Frakes, a.k.a. number one himself, Will Riker, of Star Trek Next Generation fame. And by, quote, fans choice, I mean those guys in the corner of the comic convention cafeteria really hoping that girl cosplaying as Counselor Deanna Troi doesn't sit next to them. Another top 5 list in the news this week were the top 5 choices to play the lead female role in the upcoming Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales, the 5th installment of the longest-running commercial for a theme park ride ever. Johnny Depp and Jeffrey Rush are returning to the roles, while Javier Bardem is said to be on board to play the ghostly villain Captain Brand. The finalists are said to be Lucy Boynton, Alexandra Dowling, Kea Scolodario, Jenna Thyme, and Gabriella Wild. Or maybe those are just names spit out of the young hopeful Starlitatron 2000 computer. In an interview this week, Orlando Bloom said that it is possible that he could return as Will Turner, spawning a soft reboot of the franchise based around the relationship between Turner and his son. Never mind, I lost interest midway through that sentence. The film is set for a July 7, 2017 release. Confirmed casting news, J.K. Simmons, fresh off his critically lauded performance in Whiplash, has signed on to join the Tom Hiddleston-led Kong Skull Island, where his character will teach the island natives how to drum better. The movie will release March 10, 2017. The detailed view of Iron Man's new armor in the upcoming Avengers Age of Ultron, called the Mark 43 armor, was revealed this week on the company Hot Toys official Facebook page. This, according to the guy at the bar who won't stop talking to you after you saw your Iron Man phone cover. The figures will be available for pre-order soon. You just have to finish your chores first. The movie hits theaters May 1st, 2015. And finally, Jennifer Lawrence has confirmed that she took part in some, quote, talks with director Paul Feig about a possible role in the female-led Ghostbusters reboot, or as it will be called one day when equality is reached, the Ghostbusters reboot.
Yeah.
Her interest in the project was exposed as part of the Sony hack, as well as talks with Rebel Wilson, Emma Stone, Melissa McCarthy, Amy Schumer, Lizzie Kaplan, and Ryan Gosling, who was certainly pretty enough to play one of the leads. Lawrence confirmed to MTV UK that the talks did happen, saying, "I actually met with the director. I had dinner with him." So, take note. If you want to have dinner with Jennifer Lawrence, all you have to do is reboot a popular 80s movie franchise. In a related story, Schmoes Know News Grump Ken Napzok has announced his intentions to reboot the Police Academy series and has his eyes on Jennifer Lawrence for the role originally played by Steve Guttenberg. Jennifer, I'll be waiting at the soup plantation near the Beverly Center. I'm Ken Napzok, and those were Schmoes Know headlines brought to you by schmoesknow.com.
The pit boss, as always, rocking it down. Now let's just get into this thing now, because it's going to take over too long if we wait. And then JT, I want you to get your headphones ready too, because I know you have a strong opinion on this. We need to talk about this Sony thing, and as far as the theaters pulling it, and then Sony saying we're not doing it, and everybody, when you're in this space, what do you guys think? What's your opinion on it? How do you feel about it? I'm gonna wait, because I have pretty strong opinions on it as well, but I'm curious to the lovely ladies. Alicia, how are you feeling? What are your overall thoughts when you hear that, first the theaters, then Sony?
My overall thoughts is I'm just really sad about it. I'm sad, A, that there's a threat in the first place, because a cinema to me is my home, and it's a place I feel safe, and it's a place I go to escape from the world, and I hate the idea of someone attacking that. I also think it's a real shame that they pulled the film, because I don't know what message that sends for future. I'm not just talking about the terrorist win. I'm talking about the future of film, because it just puts a further nail in the coffin of any movies that take risks. Because if this is going to happen when they think someone is offending someone,
this is a nymphomaniac risk.
No, I know, but because this has happened, I mean, maybe they'll never make a Team America World Police if that was up for discussion now. Understood, because they don't want to offend anyone. And I mean, it's a silly Seth Rogen, James Franco comedy, but still, I think it should still be out there. I think Sony should release it for free on the internet everywhere, so everyone can see it if they want, the privacy of their own home. And the hackers,
but in the theaters, no, you don't
win, because they release it themselves. And in the theaters, I think it's a really tough decision. I understand why the theater chains were worried about it. I know it has a lot to do with public safety and liability, and no one would want that on their head. But I think people should have the option. So I think it should be out in cinemas, and then you could choose yourself if you want to go see it or not. And I don't think these threats are that credible.
Okay, well, that's
putting it out there.
I don't
think North Korea has troops here.
I don't know that it's coming from North Korea. Let's be honest. But what
they said that they traced it back to North Korea.
Well, I mean,
a few places said that, but
it's just, here's the thing.
Latina Review said it. Okay, it's true.
It's true.
What happened in the theaters a while ago, I think, makes me think about that this is an actual real threat, and people who want to hurt other people have thought about doing this. And so it's like, if anyone has come out and said it, you have to take precautions. And God forbid they didn't and they played the film, and then not only just the people who are in that theater, but it could have been everybody who's seeing anything else at the same time.
So you think it was a good move?
Like,
You think it was? You understand the move?
I definitely understand the move.
Okay.
I do. I mean, I get to some degree you saying that it could affect future films, but I do think this movie from day one has been so, the fact that it was going to come out on Christmas Day, the fact that there was so much stuff in it that was just pushing the envelope way
I think
further.
you should be able to.
Well, let's hear. So I know that. First of all, the man who pronounces Josh Whedon, and Schmaug would be the artist formerly known as JTI JTE. JTE has a very, very hardcore stance on all this. JT, give us your thoughts and tell us what you're thinking about this.
Yeah, I just think.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay,
go ahead.
I just think it sets a precedent that I don't want to see. I don't want people to be able to make threats like this and stop us from seeing movies. I agree with what Alicia just said. Put the movie out there. And make it the choice of the people to go see it, and that's to me the whole nutshell.
All right,
but I think it's not. If you put it in the theaters, it's not just that those people seeing that movie that are going to be affected. I think
you're right.
agree.
But you're going to the movie.
Hold on one second. Hold on. All right. So Ken Knapsack, who you deal with a lot of, I know that you're very passionate about this subject. I know that you said I want to talk on this. So
with
you
all
have the floor.
and this is a complicated. It's not a one way. I agree with the protection of art. I believe with free speech. As everyone who knows me, I am very, very harsh on some subjects regarding law enforcement, all that kind of stuff. But I'm not using that to cloud myself. I'm using my personal situations. I have handled over 30 bomb threats in my career, and I can tell you when an LAPD bomb squad.
How many from Finstock?
Not enough yet. Yeah. When an LAPD, when you're standing in an LAPD bomb squad command center and a captain turns to you and says, "We're not recommending you evacuate, but it's up to you," and you have 20,000 people that you have to make a decision.
Right.
I agree with you. If you're going to do it, it's going to happen. No threat going back 20, 30, 40, 50 years that has actually happened came with any real warnings. You don't do it with warnings. You just do it.
Yeah.
So every time we get something, every time someone finds a device, believe me, I found some that have made my heart stop, and I found some that I went, there's just no way, but you still have to follow through.
Yeah.
Right.
But Sony has to make that decision based on safety. It's also, my joke is true, the age of liability.
Yeah.
Copycats. I don't think someone was actually going to carry out this threat, but the Yahoo down the street might.
Right.
Yeah.
And now Sony's on the hook and say what you want about Sony and not caring about a big corporation, but they're going to have to make that decision based on that. It's also related to, I believe that there's a lot of cynicism out there, but the not releasing it in any format might also mean it has something to do with tax write-offs or full insurance coverage. That's bigger business.
And that's where who's raising their hand back there? Go ahead. Do your wave first. Do your wave first. There you go. Right.
Here's my deal. If Sony came out straight up like, we're not going to release this because we're worried about the public, that's not how they did it. They said, we're still going to release the movie. We're going to leave it up to the theaters to choose if they want to show it. And then once all the theaters started backing out, it gave them an excuse to pull it. They didn't even have the guts to do it themselves.
Stand by our filmmakers.
Yeah,
it's like, how?
Ken, go ahead.
How do you stand by your filmmakers?
That's JT. That's the game of liability. All right, that's when LAPD shows them and says, we're not recommending. You make the call.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so
and then we go back to them and say, no, you make the call. We play that game. That's what that is. That's
now,
chicken.
When people, because since this thing happened, like I said, we're in this space. You get tons of emails and tweets about it. Like, what do you think? What do you think? Mm-hmm. What would you have done? Is the question I got the most. Yeah. My answer to what would I have done? Would I have pulled? I do not know, because here's why. I was not privileged to every single email, every single phone call. I don't know if Sony was talking to the government. I don't know if the government made some phone calls and said, hey, this may be credible or it may not. I don't know what happened. All I know is that all these, you forget about all the workers that inside the Sony system had their identities stolen, had accounts stolen, had all these things stolen. So the people who were making the threats had just proven that they could do something pretty credible. Now, does that mean that they would have been able to or would have executed these attacks? No. But what it means is that there's a threat out there. So, and if you listen to John Campia's rant on it this morning on AMC Movie Talk, I happen to agree with a lot what he said, because what would have happened, like you said, Tiffany, if this thing, God forbid, would have happened, and the person who's going to take their kids to see Big Hero 6, and
on Christmas,
and something happens, the theaters are going to be the ones who start getting the blame for doing it. It is a very sticky situation. Now, if it comes out to the fact that they were just doing just for the tax break and because there's no other reason why they could do it, I agree that they should release it on the internet. I agree that they should put it out there and say, well, you know what? Fuck you, North Korea. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do my
you hackers.
Yeah.
Here it's for free. Everyone can watch it.
And but the other thing is, once we find out more, we're just starting to find out more of who was behind it. It seems a lot. It certainly seems to me that North Korea was behind it. And if they indeed were, you go after them. You go after them, you go after them hard. That's when everyone's like, well, where's the America I knew today? The America I knew today is going to go after them. Go after them and say, you know what, motherfuckers, I'm coming right after you. I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm going to keep... No, but seriously, it's because that's the whole point. The whole point is that you don't sit back and just say, oh, it's okay, hack into our system, shut down our movies. No, get pissed off about it. But protect your people. And that's the whole point. People forget you have to protect your people.
I know, but the same point, like after that Dark Knight Rises thing happened, that day I went to the cinema. Because you know what? Screw you guys. I'm going to go make my decision. I'm not going to let something like that scare me.
And I get that. I totally understand. I just, I think
it should be personal.
It's not so black and white. It's not so black and white.
It's definitely a personal choice. But in that instance, if you had heard that day, like someone announced, I'm going to go into a theater and shoot at people, whatever. If you'd heard that on the day, would you have gone to the theater that day?
I think
it already had happened, you know, and so it's like,
I absolutely would have.
I would like to see this film on Christmas Day.
I mean,
it's absolutely look. It is very hard, and I understand. I do understand both points. I really, really do. I think that.
Yeah, me too. It's not an easy decision.
That's the point. Yeah. I understand when people say it's disappointing that they pulled it. I get that. And I told JTE this when he's writing out, going, it's disgusting that they pulled it. You don't know everything that happened. It's hard to say.
That was a gut reaction.
Stop talking. Stop it.
I just worry about future of film, and does this set a precedent? Like you guys were saying, if someone can call up and make an anonymous threat, is that going to stop?
But I think
this
was also different though, because there was a precedent set. Something had already been hacked into that people, obviously from the stuff that's come out, didn't think would get hacked. Yeah. And so then if those same people are saying, guess what, we did that, we're going to do this, there is a little bit more validity to it. Now, if it's actually the same people...
Yeah. All right. Well, we have way more important things to talk about. Orlando Bloom apparently is coming back to Pirates of the Caribbean.
Or would like to.
Yeah. Who cares?
No.
Who cares? I mean, at this point, it's like he's not. It's not like someone huge coming back to the franchise that you really need someone to come back. Does anybody want Orlando Bloom back? Max, do you care if Orlando Bloom comes back or not? Do you care about the Pirates movies?
No.
See, it's very interesting because Max, how old are you again?
I'm 15.
All right, you're 15. So. Ken is 15 also. Who's talking back there? So Max, as far as you're probably, I don't even know if you're born when the first one came out. You probably were. But when the movie, it seems like a long time ago the movie came out.
15 years ago.
All right. Well, anyway, but you watched those movies. Did you enjoy any of them?
I saw the second and third one in theaters, and I saw the first one on DVD once a long time ago, and I remember liking it. But
didn't stick with you.
No, not really.
Right. See, nobody cares about this.
And
the first one I really liked. I can't even remember what happens in the second one. The one where he's lost in the desert for a long time. I was I'm totally checked out of this one. But I grew up going to Disneyland, so for me, seeing the first one, and Ken, you made the joke about it being the longest advertisement for a ride at Disneyland, which the first time I went to the movie, though, it was so exciting because I was like, oh my gosh, there's the girl from the ride. Oh my gosh, there's this from the ride. And then it kind of gets to the point where you're like, okay, you can't ride on that for 6 movies.
Yeah. I know, and I remember speaking to Orlando Bloom when we were in London for The Hobbit, and he was very much pushing that he wanted to do something darker and dirtier and indie and something that was an original film. Yeah. So I think it would be a bad choice for him to go back to that.
Now here's a bad choice. I think now it's time to give away one of our gifts.
Oh, okay.
Now, would you like to ask the question to start?
You
want me to ask the question?
Think of one.
All right. So here's how this is going to work, Schmoeville. So here's the phone number, 424-253-0504. I'm going to give away a Gremlins autographed poster right now. Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to ask Alicia a question. And it's going to be a question that you're going to hear in the After Hours show, which the After Hours show is this Saturday night. It is going to be from 9 p.m. PST to 12 o'clock
18
PST.
and over.
Yeah, 18 and over. And so, Max, earmuffs during this thing. And it is going to be...
Okay, I won't be listening.
And it will be on YouTube streaming, and then that's the only time. Yeah, it's the only time. It's the only time we can ever do it.
I don't want to see the chat during it.
We'll turn the chat off.
Okay.
Scary. But anyway, okay. So here's one. So out of the people that will be there, Alicia, and JT, get the phones ready because we're gonna have. So you have to hear Alicia's answer, and when Alicia picks one, if you pick the one that she picks, then you will win the Gremlins poster.
Okay, so I just think it in my head.
You think it, yeah, but we have to also. I'm thinking should we write it down?
Why
Cops,
don't you write it down and hand it
Cops,
to me
give me a
since
pen.
I'm not doing
this. All right, so here we go. So this is one. So this is some of the questions. These are the kind of questions you're going to get. They're going to be some will be mild, some won't be. Out of the people that will be there, and we're not giving you easy question. You can't take women this time. Okay. So you're going to have Josh McCouga, myself. You're going to have Ken Knapsack. You're going to have JTE. Ellis will be on the phone. Finstock will be on the phone.
Okay.
Copster and Cody.
Yes.
Okay.
What's the question?
If drunk Alicia met one of these people, who would she be most inclined to have a one-night stand with?
Okay.
All right. So are you ready to let's have
so glad I'm not going to be here.
So again, 424-253-0504. Who would Alicia Malone have the one night stand with? If you guess correctly, you will win the Gremlins. You will win the Gremlins autographed poster. Okay, hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Michael Hill from New Albany, Mississippi.
Okay, man. So did you hear what the question was? If drunk Alicia could have a one night stand with anybody that will be there on the after hours show, who would it be? If you guess correctly, you will win a Gremlins poster.
Can I hear the answers?
Well, you could either pick Ken Knapsack, myself, Josh McCouga, Mark Ellis, Finstock, Cody, Copster, or JT.
Well, Finstock's definitely out on that one. So.
Yeah, you're right.
Probably a smart choice.
I'm going to guess Josh McCouga.
Josh McCouga. Don't say anything. So who would Alicia have the one night stand with? I am going to look. The answer is Josh McCouga with the one night stand. You win the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Wins.
Yeah, you win the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles poster. Go ahead and Facebook us and let us know. Yeah, that's what I said, right?
No, you said Teenage Mutant
sorry,
Ninja
Gremlins poster. Go ahead on Facebook and make sure just send us your address and I'll get that out to you. So that's the fun we have so far with that. Let's talk about one more story and then we're going to have the Screen Junkies guys in here to have a battle. I can't wait. Yeah, it's going to be a battle. How do you guys feel about the J.K. Simmons going to be in Skull Island?
Oh, I love it.
Good.
I love it. I mean, along with the drum joke, you definitely need some major drums coming because it's going to be creepy. I feel like.
You think that is going to take away too much human interaction and not enough monsters?
Having him in it?
No, but just in general, are they going to focus? Because what my biggest problem with Peter Jackson's King Kong was that it was 3 hours too long. It should have been about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes, and too much focus on the humans. And they do that with Transformers all the time.
But even if they did that, there were some Adrian Brody was a exciting actor at the time.
right. At the time, that's true.
But I think that this film, having Tom Hiddleston and J.K. Simmons, I mean, I don't care if it's taking away from the monsters if I get to see the two of them acting together.
Exactly. They're so brilliant. And J.K. just blew me away in Whiplash. And I'd always been a fan of his since Spider-Man. He was so funny, but terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying Whiplash. Not my tempo.
Right, well, you ever see him in Oz?
Not my tempo, no.
Oh, man, Oz, he's Schillinger. He is... You've watched that show. Watch at least the first 2 seasons. All right. He is terrifying. He is so good. I saw him at Comic-Con and gave him a high five. It was pretty awesome. Highlighted my career. That's sad.
It's all downhill from here.
It is. It's true. Okay, guys, that's what we had for the first half an hour. When we get back, it's going to be fight time. The movie fights team from Screen Junkies is going to battle Team Schmo, Tiffany Smith, Christian Harloff, Alicia Malone, and the whole Schmoes Know crew right after the break.
Hey guys, Maria Menounos here, and I want to share my newest book, The Every Girl's Guide to Diet and Fitness, with you. Basically, every woman always stops me and asks me how I lost 40 pounds, so I decided to put it all in one book. Everything I did to lose 40 pounds step by step, and how you can too, is in here. I did it with no time, no money, and no willpower, and now I'm going to show you how to do it too. You can pre-order it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart, wherever books are sold, and it's out June 3rd. So I hope you guys love it. I hope it helps you in your weight loss journey, and please, please tweet me and update me on your progress at Maria Menounos. Thanks.
What's up, Schmoville? It's me, the Wild Man, Josh McCouga. You guys know me from the podcast and Wild Man TV, but did you also know I have my own talk show? It's called Between the Sheets. I bring on comedians, TV personalities, adult stars, and we talk about everything, but mostly sex. So go to my YouTube channel, The Casual Mafia, subscribe, and see every episode of Between the Sheets. We done? Yeah, I'll be right there, sweet.
Hi guys, I'm Sarah Stratton. I'm here with my wonderful co-host JT and Finstock. And we want you all to tune in for our show. We show on Mondays box office breakdown for the Popcorn Talk Network. We talk about all the weekend's numbers, all the big movies. What else we got, JT?
We break it down, not only the numbers here, but we do domestic. We have a great game with foreign titles that Finstock runs, which is hilarious. This is your one-stop spot for entertainment and news.
I got this Jennifer Lawrence story if you guys want to hear it really quickly.
Of course.
Yeah, none of your stories are quick. We have 20 seconds, guys. So I need you all to subscribe on YouTube, download us on iTunes, and, of course, watch us on Mondays.
Poof.
Stand-up comedy, sketch comedy, screenwriting, radio, acting, professional wrestling, love, life. Ken Napzok, the producer of the Schmoes Know podcast, has failed at all of these things, but his friends haven't. So join Ken as he makes his wonderful friends your friends, including some of your favorite Schmoes Know characters as they discuss life, the universe, and everything on The Napzok Files. Available on Stitcher and iTunes. Hashtag The Napzok Files to join the conversation.
Hello, Profilers! Welcome to Profiles with Malone and Mance. Every week on Profiles, we celebrate and spotlight the greatest filmmakers, actors, and actresses of all time.
We count down our 5 favorite films. We have little trivia, quizzes, special guests calling in. Basically, if you are a film geek like us, this is the show you need to be listening to or watching.
This is where we get to geek out about movies and have fun and learn something in the process. Make sure you join us every single week with fun trivia. We have special guests calling in. We even sit down with special guests on camera. So make sure you go to iTunes and subscribe to Profiles with Malone and Mance. Rate and review us. That is very important.
And you can see these beautiful faces of ours at youtube.com/Popcorn Talk Network.
Go Profiles with Malone and Mance. Woohoo!
Eyes out town. All right, Schmoville. It is the Schmoes Know Movie Show, and we are back. I am here, Christian Harloff, with my lovely co-host Tiffany Smith, and Alicia Malone. And like I said, Mark Ellis is out on the town doing his thing. And Alicia, we got a brand new sponsor. Let's tell them about it.
Well, if you'd like to make someone smile this holiday by sending festive flowers from the Homemade for the Holidays collection at teleflora.com, use the coupon code SCHMOES to get $15 off, and you'll be smiling too. It's
very easy, guys. Each bouquet is hand-arranged in exclusive Teleflora vase that can be treasured for years to come. Teleflora's Holly Days centerpiece arrives in a charming ceramic serving bowl decked with boughs of holly, perfect for serving holiday dishes.
Teleflora's gingerbread cookie jar bouquet. Oh, yum. It's designed to house your favorite holiday cookies, and Teleflora's Merry Mug Bouquet is a bright bouquet nestled inside a holiday mug, perfect for cocoa.
Do this. Go to teleflora.com, enter the Homemade for the Holiday sweepstakes to win a trip to New York City, and meet the cake boss, Buddy Valsastro, or hundreds of other great prizes. Beautiful, fresh holiday bouquets, always hand-arranged, always hand-delivered. Homemade for the holidays at teleflora.com. Nice shot. Okay, we are back. Schmoes Know Movies, and there's a lot of cool things happening today. One of those things is welcoming the 3 maniacs on the couch.
Yeah.
They're also part of the Popcorn Talk Network. They are part of Screen Junkies. They are the Movie Fights crew. It is the man who likes to fight The Rock. You ever going to fight The Rock 101?
Fight him, kiss him, hug him.
Nick Bundy, what's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm good.
First time in Schmoville.
Yes.
Why so long?
This is a lot better. I think you don't even invited me.
We've invited you. So, and then coming into
breaking things along
You guys
the way.
have beer though. Movie Fights does have beer.
We have.
Whose fault is that?
We do. We have beer now. So we have Andy Signor. Honey, what's going on? Nice to make it. Traffic wasn't easy, was
Traffic's
it?
fun here. I'm so excited to be here.
I
left an hour and a half.
Let's be honest. I came into said the exact same thing, and it was really because both of us were picking out our Christmas sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Can we admire mine too?
Yes.
Well, that's
Guardians.
great. I love it. Guardian
Awesome.
style. That's awesome. But why are these guys? So we also have Nick and Hal and oh my God, Dan. What's going on, guys? How are you guys doing?
How's it going? Hal,
is Hal getting?
Talking to.
That's why you want to pick him.
Yeah. Do we have the headphones?
Hello.
That's the third
we're getting the
headphones
headphones.
over
Yeah.
there.
Okay. They're getting them ready. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. If you haven't been watching Movie Fights, you're out of your minds. It's awesome. Ellis and I were just on last week. A lot of fun. A lot of great debates. A lot of heated debates, and it's everybody who knows movies. So what we're gonna do? Andy actually had a great idea. He and I were talking about it. And he's
Are
like,
we live?
We are live.
Okay, I'm just tweeting from Screen Junkies live as you talk.
Live right now, and
I'm doing the Ellen DeGeneres moment.
Okay, good. You're gonna do the selfie. So we
It's
are.
a little rude.
I'm giving you props.
Social media, it's live.
I'm giving you props here because the
I thought
smarts.
you meant Ellen DeGeneres moment, having sex with Portia de Rossi.
That's why he's late. That's why he's late. Very nice. Okay, look at all we're doing selfies now. It's wonderful, Andy. So we've got an hour here, less than an hour. We're going to do a Screen Junkies movie fights.
Yes, we are so ready.
Team Schmo versus Team Screen Junkies.
How crazy is that?
We never use team.
Groups.
We never do
for the first time
ever. So it's going to be you guys. You guys are going to battle. We've picked certain people to play against the Screen Junkies team because you guys are the pros. You guys do this every week. We've done it here and there, but we've selected our teams to go each one. We'll have to kind of play a little bit of musical chairs here during each one, but we've got our topics. You're the guy who runs the show. You're going to run the show today.
Wow.
We have no chance with Andy.
I'm going to be objective. They rarely win, so you guys know.
I think you'll be objective. I think it makes sense to be objective and to hear out the arguments. And for those of you out there who don't know how it works, it's Andy. Why don't you give them a breakdown how Movie Fights works?
Real nerds talking about real movies with fake fights. Is that what we called it? I don't know.
It's where real nerds get in real fights about fake movies.
Thank you. Fact checker Dan Camp. But yeah, it's really just nerds nerding out, and it's really around the horn for movies. Like there's no venue where people can really. I mean, you guys do a lot of it too, but specifically, our show is 8 rounds of battles. We're duking it out. There's a winner decided. We move on to the next one, and it's really just a chance for us to geek out and make our opinions heard and make decisions about topics that we know and love.
Sometimes we get personal just because you want to win. It's about winning.
I know.
It's not about being right. It's about winning.
People were very upset that we were not on the episode with you because we were saying where were you? Out of town? Or you just weren't invited.
What did you do? Give them a beer on our show.
I know.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I was out of town that one. I was out of town. Yeah. So next time,
Yeah, next time we got to go.
We'll just go behind a Rouse and chain fight.
How did you feel about the Die Hard one with Rambo and McClane in the same movie? Would you like to see that?
Christian, like I told you during the movie fight, that's a terrible idea.
No, it is not. You lost.
Both of those actors.
If you go back in time,
I didn't lose that.
You came in last place.
If you get John McClane with some hair,
for the record,
trying John McClane, but like it'll just be John McClane. It'll be
He's
just
phoning it in.
Yeah, okay, we're doing a movie.
Yeah.
The fight was best weird crossover, and that was what you had said.
That's what
but the
I
winner was Ellis's Planet of the Apes with Predators, and I was like, that sounds awesome.
No, not Predators. Predators would have been cooler. He had aliens.
Oh, he did have aliens.
No, he had Predator. He had Predator.
It was
Predator.
Jungle Squad. You know what's going on.
That actually might be a little
so confusing.
Anyway, all right, it's chaos. All right, let's get us started. JTE, who is the engineer of your guys' show, is actually the engineer of this show as well. So he knows all the sound cues. He knows everything to do. JT, why don't you fire us up and get us started? Attaboy.
So we have to work together.
Oh, I know that sound.
Now I feel like I'm at home.
Okay, so let's see. You're getting a lot of love for the Seminole shirt already because.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, we're getting some love. We're getting some love.
So, am I picking mine at random, or did you have stuff you want me to say?
It's completely.
I'm so prepared.
Now, listen, we have the topics that we have.
You want me to do?
No, this is. I want you to run it like
you're running it.
movie fights. You're running movie fights. You do.
You're dead.
So these can be. Were you preparing for this, or can I throw some new ones at you?
You just need to tell us what the topic is,
okay.
And then we will assign the Schmoes team to do so. Because we're going to play some musical chairs. Because we have certain as like if it's comic movie, I want Tiffany up here. If it's Star Wars, I want myself.
I totally get it now.
Yeah. So all right. So what do you got?
Who's our team captain?
I'm gonna go.
Okay, I'm our team captain, so I'll decide who answers.
All right, who are you gonna pick?
All right, we're gonna go with the comic book movies topic.
Okay.
And this is one they've suggested, which I like. We haven't done this before. Who played the best Batman?
Okay, I'm going to have Mark
That's our
Riley
fight.
sit in for me. Riley, come up here.
They've prepared off this list, so I'm going to do one from their list and one from...
To be honest, I have not prepared.
Okay, that's okay. It's fair.
The only person who might have seen
Best
these
Batman.
so far is
they're talking. So the rules here to help explain.
Yeah. How do we
Schmoes
win?
versus Screen Junkies. You guys are picking
Let's do
who's
this.
going to make the fight. It's 1-on-1. All right, great. We got. I'm looking at the clock. I'm going to give you each the time. Who's ready to
Wait,
go?
it's 1-on-1?
Well, I mean, you guys are going to bicker, but I think everyone can chime in a little bit. But it's one leader. Yeah, your teams can chime in. I'm just bringing out my clock so I can actually time this properly, so I know when to cut it. All right, who's going first? Who on the Screen Junkies 10 is going to be defining
Okay,
their Batman
I'll
choice?
jump in here first because
Dan.
I think we might have touched on this subject before a little bit on movie fights, and I think I might have argued this before. But my pick for the best Batman has always been Kevin Conroy because I think that he was the actor who best captured the darkness of Batman and the persona of Bruce Wayne as this kind of like
That Bruce
doofy
Wayne
playboy.
swung. He had some moves.
Yeah,
he got the
He
ladies.
was a good detective.
So if we're opening it up to everything, Kevin Conroy's always been my choice.
was
And I got
best-
some flack last time they said it was TV, and it's not because there was Mask of the Phantasm, which is a movie. So I think Kevin Conroy is an eligible choice for best Batman.
The question is best Batman. That's fair. I'm going to accept it. Tiffany, what do you or who's picking it?
We have
She's gone.
chosen. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Michael Keaton. Obviously, that is my Batman. And
Second.
I think when you hear the article, he just did an interview where they're asking him. Christian Bale apparently is jealous that Ben Affleck is playing Batman. And they were like, "Are you jealous at all?" And he goes, "No, I am Batman." I mean, for him to say that, you're like, "Dude, you are Batman."
He's got it. He's got it right there. And he was the one that everybody said, "You are not Batman," when he got cast. And what did he do? He came out there and he said it. He set the stage, and everybody compares Batman now to Michael Keaton every time.
What defines a Batman to both teams?
It's a
Yeah,
guy.
what defines the Batman?
It's the voice, and Kevin Conroy has the best voice.
No, I would say it's not someone that can balance both the like playboy wealthy side of Bruce Wayne and then can also play Batman, but that the Batman side of him is his real side and that Bruce Wayne is
that's where I
facade.
disagree with you. And granted, I'm talking about a voice, but like I bought Keaton as this weird Bruce Wayne who's just damaged and bangs and probably does a lot of drugs that we didn't get into. But like,
allegedly.
Yeah, but he wore like the most patented leather like suit that made him
But it also, yeah, it was Tim Burton.
but
by the way, Andy, for the record, I want to mutiny and join the hairstyle.
Al, what are you doing?
Al, welcome. Come
Just don't
join
think
us.
anything good to say. Don't say anything at all.
You have picked the good side of the force.
Well, that's not helping your cause.
We're not going to get anywhere slamming. Everybody loves Michael Keaton. I love Michael Keaton. You love Michael
I
Keaton.
love Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton played a great Michael Keaton Batman, and he played a great Michael Keaton Bruce Wayne. But at the end of the day, Andy, he's Michael Keaton. We're talking Batman.
That is
as
true.
the
He is
whole
playing himself.
character, as a guy, the duality, which is a big part of Batman, the dark versus light. Nobody nailed it better than Kevin Conroy.
I'm calling it. You ready? I love your choice, but there's so many other people. It's like the Andy Serkis debate of should he win an Oscar. So many people animate and make that Batman who he is. It's not just the voice.
But he
So
performed
I
Batman.
gotta
He didn't even have that
I gotta
Batman
go on
body.
this one with Michael Keaton.
He didn't even have the Batman body.
Hal betrayed you guys.
Hal, what are you
embarrassing.
I mean, I'm
Guess
sorry,
what?
they had the right choice.
We
haven't really seen Kevin Conroy.
Guys, I got another question. Movie fights. It's about Back to the Future. I'm throwing one random out
Who wants to be
here.
up?
Should Back to the Future get a reboot?
No!
This is from Josh Felix Jordan on Twitter, who tweeted this a while, and I've been wanting to discuss this. And there may not be a fight, so if you both agree, we have a feature called Devil's Advocate. I sadly didn't bring it. You'll win double points if you go against your point. Meaning if you both said no and one of you wants to argue yes, you'll get double points for winning that debate. So, should there be a Back to the Future? Do we have a yes and a no?
Wait, a reboot, right?
Yeah. Do you want to see a reboot of Back to the Future?
Absolutely not.
No!
So everyone's agreeing. Does anyone want to play devil's advocate on this?
I don't think I could live with myself.
I
if
would
I
have
did
done
that.
that.
Yeah, we talked about this
Do
in
we
the
want to
movie.
see a sequel? Do we want to see a continuation?
No.
No.
Still no. Do you want to get in
Perfect trilogy.
Okay, good. Swapping it out. We got an argument because I'm with.
Well, here's the thing.
Not
While
to
he's
show
getting his
my
headset on,
cards.
we've talked about this before. There are sacred cows.
Okay, so
Like,
you're going for the no, and Nick
Going
started his
absolute,
debate.
Like, there are absolute, like, no, you don't need. That's why you don't need a Ghostbusters sequel. You don't need a Back to the Future sequel. You don't need Terminator. You don't need Die Hard. Those four movies No more remakes. No, you did the perfect movie. Move on.
Well, I think that for a lot of those cases with the directors and the stories that you're telling, I agree with you. But however, if you put together the right team, there are more stories to be told. Time travel in general can be told correctly. The reason that Terminator has failed so much is because that particular storyline has been done. But no one's saying that you have to have Marty McFly. You can have people that are going through, someone finds a DeLorean. There are new stories that can be told with that DeLorean that could be clever if you get a good comedy team behind it. You're absolutely right. That could be a disaster. However, if you put together the right team to have the new DeLorean and the new team to create a new event, a new timeline, it could be fun.
So you're not going continuation then. You're going reboot.
Yeah, no. I'm going continuation. I'm
not DeLoreans. I heard
a continuation. Yeah. But for me, when you say a continuation of the series as opposed to a reboot, like it doesn't matter what you call it. If you have a new cast and a new time machine, it's a reboot.
And then also
not if you stay with the history. If you play into
if it's
Doc
Marty
Brown,
McFly's son
or whatever, but I'm doing like someone finds a DeLorean,
like that really didn't work out with Star Trek Into Darkness.
Maybe like a Mad Max as well. Kind of recast it, have the same director come on. And what if they did? If we're doing a continuation of it, what if they played off the original ones because of the events that happened in that movie? That changed the future for how it is now.
I will say it was kind of a novel thing back then. Yeah. Right now, you got Hot Tub Time Machine, you got Terminator, you got Interstellar. There's so much time travel
and the other
in the
thing
world.
The other thing that we haven't hit up on is Back to the Future is so good. They had the same cast, the same writers, the same producers to make 2 other movies, and they are like vastly inferior.
I agree with that.
No, so if you got a new crew on there, there's no way that they can top.
I don't agree with that. You don't know what the take is that people have. There are a lot of times, you go to the Planet of the Apes, people thought that, well, no, because Matt Reeves, he didn't have the same take that Rupert Wyatt had. There's no way he can do it, and he crushed
Except the Planet of the Apes movies, the original ones, I'm sorry, are terrible. Well, they're not good. They're not good. Like they're starting
here.
Dated. Yeah.
They're dated.
But like Back to the Future, you're starting at the top.
Sure.
It's like rebooting Casablanca.
But we're not talking about rebooting. We're talking about going to the next.
I want to be clear because I'm judging this. We've said not a reboot.
I don't want to reboot.
We're talking a continuation of the stories.
Because if someone found Marty McFly's DeLorean or Doc Brown's and played into it, this is what happened. And you don't know when they found it.
Are you guys opposed to this? Is there not a version that uses some of the iconic pieces of the franchise that you're not okay with?
Listen, I agree. Nick brought up a good point on our show this week, which is that you said there are a lot of fun time travel stories out there, and I agree. And I'll say second what Nick said, which is like, don't reboot it, just make a new movie.
Make a new movie.
Yeah.
Make a new movie. You don't need to reboot.
We're not rebooting. We're not rebooting.
Why should they make a new movie?
Andy, this is over. They keep talking reboot. This is over.
I'm calling it.
No, it's a continuation.
Of the sequel.
It just said reboot too many times.
We thought order. Do you want to see a continuation of Back to the Future?
Absolutely not.
Then I'm going with them because I think there is plenty to do.
Like 2 things.
I think if you brought Zemeckis back, have you guys seen the cartoon? There were some fun episodes of that cartoon when they went to
in 1992.
There's plenty you can do.
Andy's in the tank for them. You can tell he doesn't want to get called out as
2-0 Schmoes. 2-0 Schmoes.
I'm not. You guys got to step it up. Come on. All right, sorry, I'm going back.
History will tell that we were the winners in this one.
What's going on here? Hal's jumping ship on us. I feel like it was just an ambush.
True or false? We won that.
All right. I don't know if anyone's going to agree on this one, but I'm going to throw it out there. This was one you guys had. Monster movies. Oh. I want to make sure there's a fight here. Better reboot, Peter Jackson's King Kong or Gareth Edwards' Godzilla?
I'm on the Godzilla side.
I'm on the Godzilla side.
Okay, that's what I thought. Right. There's not an argument. Do we have... Guys, tweet us. Is there somebody on tweet? Am I allowed to do that live? Can people actually make them in?
I don't see any.
Send it to Screen Junkies because I have that here. Or Schmoes if someone's there. Tweet it right now. If I see it quickly, we'll do it. That's what's fun about being live. Here, I have an older one. Who would win? Sorry, this is from JW Stormy2K. Who would win between Alien, Predator, or Colonial Marine?
Ooh,
Colonial Marine.
I mean, haven't the movies borne out this argument already?
I got a better one.
Predator,
this is from T. Broom. Sorry, I'm going off of what Jason gave me. I thought that sounded funner. T. Broomy asks, T2, Pulp Fiction, Clerks, Jurassic Park, etc. What's the most influential 90s movie?
Oh, boy.
That's a fun one. 90s movie. Let's go. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, you want to get in here, JT? All right, JT and Alicia.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to recheck some Twitters while you recheck that.
Out of those lists or out of anything in the 90s?
Well, what's the list?
List or anything?
No, those are examples.
Okay.
You could pick any 90s movie. Most influential 90s movie is our debate.
Okay.
Can we all say not Clerks?
Yeah. There we go.
By the way, this is
throw
the
that out there.
closest I feel like I'm ever going to feel to being on Double Dare.
Yeah.
Because we get to huddle and talk. This is great.
All right,
But JT, what are you going to pick?
JT.
He's out of the booth.
He's out of the
90.
booth.
So you got
Okay.
You guys have some?
We got
Okay,
one.
you guys got one. Okay, I'll be quiet.
Okay, so
All
Not Clerks.
not close.
All right, what do you guys got?
Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
Pulp Fiction.
Well, that's what we have to.
Well, it wins.
This is like
Pulp
the
Fiction,
what is it?
Pulp
The
Fiction.
unstoppable
Let's see,
force.
all right,
of the
fair.
Why is his
What are
mic
you
still on?
thinking?
We
were
picked
gonna
Pulp
say
Fiction.
Pulp
My mic
Fiction.
on.
No, I feel like it's off now. JT is up here.
What's your movie?
We picked Pulp Fiction
Pulp Fiction.
And we picked Pulp Fiction.
Well, that's not fun.
You know what?
No one's got a
Fine.
different
You know
one?
what?
No one's got a different movie?
Yeah,
All right,
Terminator 2.
wait.
Terminator 2.
All right, that's they're gonna take Terminator 2.
Mundy's going rogue. All right, Mundy, we're gonna follow your lead.
They got
T2,
Terminator 2. You
sorry,
guys
I'm
got
back.
Pulp
You guys
Fiction.
go
I'm back. I hear you now.
You guys go
All right.
first. It's your house.
T2, let them have a second to gather because they changed it. To be fair, I know you just changed your opinion, so that's
Yeah.
fair.
So you guys go first.
Pulp Fiction,
we're
go
going-
ahead.
Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is not only one of the most influential movie of the 90s, but it also is the most influential indie movie ever. It changed American filmmaking. The non-linear structure. It was the first indie to make over $100 million, nominated for 7 Oscars. It spawned so many copycats, and it launched Quentin Tarantino as a filmmaker, and it blew this tiny mind.
I'll tell you why it's not Pulp Fiction, because if you look to film noirs of the 1950s, if you look to the work of Martin Scorsese, that is where...
But not the non-linear structure.
Structure. Absolutely. Check out Stanley Kubrick's The Killing.
Yeah.
The Killing from the 1950s used the non-linear structure. That's what Quentin Tarantino totally borrowed from. But I'll tell you what is the most influential film of the 90s. It's Terminator 2.
Yeah,
there has
Terminator's
never
awesome.
been... Yeah, Terminator's awesome, and there's never been the use of special effects to that degree
It is
where
the
we
sec-
had to buy into it, and it still holds up today.
I do have to say, Terminator 2 did invent the kind of epic action movie that Michael Bay would go on to do. The ones it made sure that action movies didn't have to be 90 minutes long anymore with people spouting one-liners.
And with
they became The
mythology.
Rock and
That's
Bad
not true.
Boys
Die Hard
and the
did
kind
that
of
years
things.
before.
But Die Hard was
that's
still
the
a
80s.
conventional
That's
action
the
movie.
80s. This is the 90s.
There is a definitive 80s, 90s.
Yes.
Terminator 2
Terminator's
was
the
the first
evolution.
action movie of the 90s. It set the tone for every single action movie that followed. It showed that action movies can
with
be 2.5
that
hours.
quality,
They can be sprawling.
and
I
with
gotta
that
say,
quality of CG, I
what
mean,
you said about Quentin introduced, it didn't really introduce Tarantino. He did Reservoir
Well,
Dogs.
it put him big
There's a
time
lot of
on the
styles
map.
he borrowed from that he put a spotlight on. Help me out. What else?
First of all, Pulp Fiction was wholly original as far as the script and the way dialogue was presented in film. I think that is Quentin Tarantino's number one attribute when he comes. Everyone wants to see the dialogue. They want to see his speeches more than an explosion. If you're talking about special effects, yeah, I'll give you a T2. It was great in special effects. But listen,
But
it was
also
the
talk about
same
the
movie.
cast in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah,
I mean,
Oh, you want to talk cast?
Well, it was
you want to talk Linda Hamilton, Elham, the
about Samuel
sweetest
Jackson?
girl in
This
the
John
world.
Travolta.
Okay.
This guy
The
made
comeback.
John Travolta relevant again.
Yeah,
After
it made
Look Who's
John
Talking.
Travolta. Yeah, how's Michael? Okay, how's Phenomenon?
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
welcome.
You know why?
Thank
He wants
you.
it good.
That's why we brought him.
No,
That's why we brought him.
No. He wasn't good before. He wasn't
us a
good
point.
after, but he was great in Pulp Fiction. That shows you how
Right.
good Tarantino is. Also, T2 is pretty much a copy of the first film.
Oh,
just with
no!
better
what are you talking about?
Get
One
out.
point.
Keyboard.
James Cameron does this a lot.
Have you
Hey,
seen,
listen.
Let me question.
I love-
Have you seen T2?
I love T2.
Because you
It's
just made an asinine statement.
And,
T2
and Pulp Fiction is
is
very
better than
reflective
the
of the
first one.
90s, too.
So, I'm sorry, Guns N'
90s
Roses.
influential
Guns N' Roses.
movies.
Leather jackets, okay?
Yeah.
flannel
Edward
shirts.
Furlong. Edward Furlong.
Can I make one more point?
Listen,
Terminator 2 also introduced.
Are you sure?
us-
I might have made a
We
decision.
saw
on
it with
that.
the Abyss, but T2 also
I feel like
introduced
you
to the
did.
magic of industrial light and magic, which dominated the visual effects scene for 20 years after.
Linda Hamilton
I
can
think
beat the shit
all
out
good
of
arguments. I think all good arguments, but I got to make a call.
Was T2 nominated for Best Picture? I don't think so.
Well, that doesn't mean.
It means a big deal.
Hey, one Best Picture.
I just want to say this. I just want to say this. Wait, stop.
Pulp Fiction is better.
Whoa. I want to make
Order!
Can I make a
Pulp
point?
Fiction
You
is the
said,
film industry.
JT, you said was T2 nominated for Best Picture? You know what beat Pulp Fiction that year?
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
That
Shouldn't have.
Can I just want to say one thing.
Gump is a
I
great
just
movie.
want to say one thing.
no, it's
Shut
not.
up! I want to say one
order.
thing. JT, thank you for giving us our first loss.
It wasn't that hard. I think iconic 90s, you did it, you won several points. It was great writing, but it doesn't define the 90s. And your argument, there were so many. I don't even need to go.
All right,
You guys won that
next
first
topic.
round.
Next topic.
All right,
Guys,
there's
we're
so
great at
many
the
blowing in now. I want to try and pick someone live, right?
Give it.
All right, let's do it. Screen Junkies this is from James Tello Jr. Let's go to another decade. What is the best 80s film of all time?
Best 80s film of all time.
Or the 80s, I guess. Die Hard.
Yeah, I think we're Die Hard. I would go with
that's
Die Hard.
All right, sorry. That's fair. I would have agreed.
Yeah.
We actually did that on Screen Junkies too, didn't we? Or no?
We did. It was 80s.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm going through. We have one here.
Star Wars question.
Oh, Star Wars.
Where's that Star Wars question? I want to go at that one. I want Riley, get up here.
What about?
All right, fair. Star Wars. Which new actor will have the biggest impact on the new films?
Andy Serkis.
Interesting.
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis.
You're going Andy Serkis. Okay,
Andy
fair.
Serkis
He's telling
too.
you guys. You got something to argue? All right, go ahead.
You guys go first.
You can go. So if you're prepared, go for it.
There is absolutely no doubt that Andy Serkis will be crucial and the most important of this entire trilogy. Why? That you just from the voiceover alone, people didn't even know it was him. When you hear it in the beginning, when he says the whole, "There's been an awakening. Have you felt it?" People thought it was Benedict Cumberbatch because this guy transformed so well and was so menacing. You know right away. They're already saying, who will he be? Will he be Darth Plagueis? Will he be this deep, dark Sith that's playing puppet master throughout the entire thing? He's going to be the new Emperor. He's going to be someone that you're going to see is going to make such impact. And it's Andy Serkis. He's a guy who's now transformed himself. He's been Caesar. He's been Gollum.
He's
going to be
going on 30.
Fine. You want to take one part, and he was the best part of the movie. So thank you for making the point.
Mark Ruffalo was the best part of that movie.
No, Andy Serkis.
Oh my God, let's talk about
Serkis is not allegedly doing motion capture with this, so it's his chance to come out and shine as an actor as he deserves.
Right,
because
live.
he's reinvented the motion capture, and now he's going to come. Not only he's directing Jungle Book, and he's going to kick the shit out of that. He's going to come into Star Wars and kick. No, he's doing.
There's two. There's two.
Oh God.
Yeah, but
His is coming after Favreau.
Yeah. Serkis' time to shine. Not only is motion capture, which he's now just fucking killed.
Right.
Now he's going to come out and be an actor.
Shit.
All right, guys. Who are you going for?
I think we huddled and we decided it's going to be John Boyega.
Okay.
Because first of all, he's already had an impact. Like his appearance in the it's the first face. He's the first image that
you
we
know how many
had.
asshole nerds he made upset? That was awesome.
He's the first
that
image that we had.
Do you know how many black stormtroopers like that ruined Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
So he already won.
He won for ruining Thanksgiving.
Terrible nerd kids are upset still.
He's the first image that we had of Star Wars Episode 7. He's the one that people are already talking about, and I think he's the character that people want to know.
I'll tell you who he is.
About.
He's going to be the Luke Skywalker of the franchise.
He's going to be the Han Solo.
No, he's not.
Watch Attack of the
He's
Block.
going to be. That's not the character he's playing. He's going to be the guy that is the
charisma will dictate.
He kind of falls into being a hero, and that's fine. He's going to be amazing. He's going to be great, but he's not going to have the same impact that Emperor Palpatine had, and that's the same type of impact that Andy Serkis will have because Andy Serkis is going to be pulling so many. You want to make a Family Guy joke? Let's make a Star Wars joke because that's the topic. So what we're going to do is you're going to see Andy Serkis. You're going to see, like Mark said, you're going to see his acting abilities and what he's able to do in just range. The guy is a classically trained actor.
Christian, I would just say you undercut your own argument saying he's going to have the impact of Emperor Palpatine.
Overall arc? The guy who changed the entire galaxy with a couple of thoughts?
But how prominent was he throughout
He was
the
like the
film?
dude.
He was no Darth
You're not
Vader.
connected.
I feel like
you're wrong. You're not. He was Vader was his bitch.
Vader was his bitch.
If this was 1998, you wouldn't talk about Ray Parker or whatever his name was. You know, Darth Maul's going to change the game, guys.
No, he wasn't.
Darth Maul's going to
Darth Maul was a one-trick pony. He had a double.
When you're listing
you
your
guys
favorite,
taking down Palpatine,
dude. When
blasphemy.
When you're listing your most prominent Star Wars characters,
dead to me.
Palpatine is like 10.
I need to know. Why? Here's my problem. Serkis is he really making the impact in the movies? Hasn't he made an impact in general on
He's made an absolute impact.
What is his character? What is his character? Why is that such a? Why is it going to be such?
Let me have a point here.
I want to hear the questioning. What was the question?
What I'm talking characters, and I don't feel like either of you are really selling me on because we don't really know that much. To be fair, so it's hard. We're speculating. Going off of what we're talking about, it's really a VO versus a guy sweaty.
Christian just made the argument for us.
No, I didn't. You're not tapped into Star Wars enough.
Christian,
that's why
you need to tap out.
Who's Darth Plagueis?
He's a Sith.
You don't know shit.
Yeah,
you don't know shit.
Christian,
you used a prequel? Disqualified prequel.
No, I didn't. I'm using books, motherfucker. I'm using
double disqualified. You're using books.
Hold on. Dan, you're not a Star Wars fan.
You're using Darth chop on your face.
Order. Tim Merle.
Yeah,
I do know who Darth Plagueis is, so I'd like to address
Dan,
Christian.
go ahead, and then yes.
Okay, I admire your point about Boyega. It was the first thing everybody saw. It absolutely made the racists come out of the woodwork. But guess who, after that settled, everyone talked about the voiceover. Before the lightsaber, and everybody got over the lightsaber bullshit as well. And then it was who's the voice? Who's the voice? Who's the voice? Oh, it's Circus. Who's he playing? Who's he playing? Who's he playing? Oh, he's playing two parts. Who is he playing? Two parts. No, one part. Every time that guy opens his mouth, it's Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. He was my fantasy pick. He got in there. It's happening. It's huge.
He's the fourth most important part of that trailer.
Can I address Christian
He's the
now,
fourth most important part of that trailer.
Yes, Dan, please.
All right,
Dan's
first of all,
turn.
the only reason they want to know the voice is because that was Benedict Cumberbatch, and that's what everybody talks about. Secondly, I do know who Darth Plagueis is.
Okay.
So I want to address you.
All right.
First of all, Emperor Palpatine was the most laughable part about Episode 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not talking about 3. I'm talking about the overall arc of what he did as a Sith. He eliminated the Jedi from existence.
You drew two parallels between our characters.
Yeah.
The question is, who's the most influential? You drew two parallels. You said ours was Luke Skywalker, and you said yours was Emperor Palpatine. Who's more influential? Luke Skywalker.
We don't know yet because we haven't seen Episode 7, which clearly looks like there's going to be dark forces. What's that?
Which one was in Corvette Summer? Luke Skywalker or Palpatine?
Listen,
Thank you.
There's going to be a dark presence, and it is absolutely who is the puppet master is the main thing. Who are
Do
these?
you know this? That's what Andy Serkis is doing.
It sure seems that way. It sure that's to me why I believe it's going to be
speculation.
Fan fiction. I will. I'll show it to you right afterwards. Come on, have a beer.
What
if he is the next Darth
I just
Vader?
think that we already
don't know that.
We know that John Boyega is playing a type of hero that we haven't seen in Star Wars.
I agree, and I'm struggling. It's like,
but if you're talking Sith and iconic imagery, Darth Vader steals it for the original trilogy. That could be Circus.
Can I bring in a ringer real quick?
I can't argue about what he could be.
Christian compared to Emperor Palpatine.
You don't know what Boyega is going to be.
You
just know he's a sweaty stormtrooper.
Luke. Leia.
Yeah, no, you know what?
Well, hold on. Nick, hold
Bring in
on.
another
I do know. I think he's hiding as a stormtrooper, and I do.
I don't think that's not true at all.
Who's the short guy in the row? He's out of this
He's
place.
not hiding.
No,
I don't.
All
think
that controversy of
this is bull. I can feel it
not
going
white.
BS.
There's just a lot of stuff that I think kudos that just really brought more to it, and Circus could be the better pick, but sadly I just have no evidence to base off of, and I'm sort of just sick of Circus and his CGI.
Nick. Oh, that's
but he's not CGI.
Oh, you just lost. You can give it to them. You just lost the audience with that nonsense.
He's great, but it's like I don't know. It's just like
he's
that's
not
why
CGI
he should
in this.
win.
He's not.
No, but I'm
CGI.
saying all that. That's what he's known for, and I want him to break free from that until I see him on screen do that.
You're gonna watch out Ultron, and you're gonna change your mind. I think.
Let's move it.
I watched Planet of the Apes. He was great, but there's a lot of artists. Screen Junkies took it. John Boyega. We're tied. It's 2-2. I found a good one on Twitter. Ready? Here we go. This was from Cross Rank 12. Best movie villain of all time. Best movie villain.
Lecter?
Guys,
we were
they're
just on this.
speculating.
Darth Vader.
I'm sorry. We're trying to talk Nick out of Hans Gruber immediately out of the gate. We're trying to have a little discussion here.
Best villain. They're all. Do we have some like do?
I give the song.
This is what happens live. We have to organize. Oh, there it is. Yeah, JT.
All right.
Who you got, JT?
We got it.
All right, you guys got yours?
We made our selection.
Who'd you take?
Hal.
We're going with Heath Ledger's Joker.
Oh, Heath Ledger's Joker's a good one.
You guys
That's who I would have picked.
Do you guys have one you're gonna argue?
He wants to go.
You got one. Okay, you're gonna be ready.
No, I can't. Ken, where's Ken
I don't
Knapsack?
have to do that.
Ken, no, you should do it with Ken. Where's Ken? Because I can't do
They
this.
have like 4 ringers in here.
Crazy.
We need Roger and Spencer.
There's a lot of stalling on their side. There's a lot of Googling on their side.
JT, let's get a 10-second
A
countdown.
lot of YouTubing happening over
you
here.
There's a lot of YouTubing,
All right,
Googling right now.
big guns.
I'm scared by all the yelling.
All right, it's Vader versus the Joker. Guys, go ahead,
I
Hal.
already know who Ken Napozik is going to say.
He's picking Darth Vader.
Oh, I thought he was going to say Zeus from No Holds Barred.
That's actually pretty accurate.
All right, Joe, let's hear it.
We're doing Gordon Gekko.
You guys are going with the Joker. Heath Ledger's the Joker. Starting.
We had never seen a comic book villain played quite like that. Not only did he capture the spirit, the chaos of the Joker, but he was damn scary and unpredictable. He was a total game changer, not just for comic book movies, but for movies in general. We'd never seen that kind of sociopathic crazy before. And Ledger wow, he became a damn legend with that performance. I mean, wow, what a James Dean dismount.
Great,
for that
Darth
guy.
Vader. Let's hear the argument.
If I was to travel to a deep, faraway country where they don't have TV, Netflix, or YouTube, or anything of that nature, and I showed them a picture of Darth Vader, they would know, Hal, Justice Bot 2000, that he was evil. The Joker, they'd be like, hey,
Wait, you don't think they know who the Joker is?
Whoa.
I think he's looking up at for universally across the board. People who haven't even seen Star Wars know Darth Vader.
I want to take on Ken Napozic right now.
I don't know who that is, but Knapsack works.
Knapsack. If you went to that country, if you went to that country and show them that picture, they disregard that and say, "Sir, where are your papers?" and they'd lock you up, and you'd spend the night in jail, sir.
Cal,
I don't know
hold
what
on.
that means.
I want to help lead this because the fans are going to be. Wait.
What's going on
I
here?
need some more. I mean, come on. We can't just base Vader as the best villain because people know who he is.
Okay, let's talk
Give
about
me
his
something
character arc.
substantial. Let's
Okay,
hear it.
he will kill. He chokes people out. Yes, Christian. But let's talk about how deep it goes.
help himself.
He will kill his son if it will help.
But he
his
didn't.
But he won't.
But he didn't.
Let me ask
Really?
Heath
He
Ledger-
will. He will
here's
kill
the
his son
thing.
in Empire
Vader-
if it came to that.
Vader was the classic man in the black hat.
Okay, thank you. We got to assist. Heath Ledger can wear a dress and be scary.
Actually, it was much more comical in that moment. That moment took. They wanted to make fun of it and make a light moment of what he was doing. Look, Vader can't wear a
He
dress.
blew up a hospital.
He will not wear a dress. He will choke you out. He will choke his son out. He will try to
let
turn
me tell
his
you,
daughter.
Vader is so predictable. He is evil.
Really, until he turned to the good side and turned. And
Yeah.
threw the Emperor off?
Yeah, until he turned to the good side.
But
That wasn't predictable.
But
That
the
wasn't-
Joker in the Dark Knight, man, he is chaos. He is so unpredictable.
Yeah.
You don't know what the hell.
And I
he's
wouldn't
gonna
call that
do.
a villain. I would
He
call
wasn't
that.
Hayden
Can,
Christensen.
may I ask,
Dan,
what's
You wouldn't
scarier?
call that a villain.
What's
No.
scarier to deal with? A guy who, he's a pretty bad guy, but if you get down to the daddy issues and you can take off the mask underneath, he's going to turn out to be okay. Or the face of evil, he can't be reasoned with, he can't be bargained with, he can't be bought, he can't be sold. He's going to do what he wants to do, and if you get in his way, that's it for you. You're done.
Also, he's not Hayden Christensen.
Not
Boom!
Also, it's not
Boom! Give me one more shot.
If you can,
We just won.
Hayden Christensen.
We just won.
Nick just Hayden Christensen
Not
your
Hayden
ass.
Christensen.
Monday just
Not
Hayden,
in my Star Wars.
Monday just Hayden Christensen your
I think
ass.
Heath Ledger did it.
Yeah.
I think you can Screen Junkies. That was tough. I mean, I didn't think we could, but see, the problem is, if we're going iconic, of course, I think Vader gets it, but Ledger brought. I mean, that is one of the craziest.
Now, let me. I want to interview.
Give it to Screen Junkies.
Wait, I want to interview everybody real quick.
Yeah.
Who do you think I was most disappointed with in that last argument? I want to add. No, let's see. You say him.
Yeah.
Who do you think I was most disappointed with?
I don't know.
He gave up as soon as he
No,
sat
you know
down.
who I was most disappointed with? Tiffany Smith. She gave you an answer. You. What? She's like whispering.
Well, now we're even.
Now you're
because
even.
I
Hal
quit.
jumped ship on us.
Traitor. I get it. You work for DC.
Do you want to? I got
Not
another
because
great.
I work for DC.
You're a
It's
traitor.
because the Joker is scary. The fact that you can
He is
laugh
totally
and it's
scary.
terrifying.
I agree.
Like,
Yeah,
come
but
on.
Keep your mouth shut and talk about it later.
I got another good one. You ready?
Yeah.
So, Andy, did we officially win that?
Yes, you won that.
Okay.
3-2.
You're leading.
To name Ralph, Christmas Ralphie
heard of him.
asks, movie that most deserves a sequel. It's a fun one. Requires a little bit of thought. What movie most? Thank you, Christmas Ralphie. What movie? Again,
Dread 2.
Tweet at Screen Junkies right now. At Screen Junkies, I'm trying to find some quickly.
Dread.
Dread, good
Yeah.
one. You guys ready? They're going with Dread.
We're going with
start
Dread.
the
And
argument?
your microphones are
Okay.
your microphones are sounding horrible. Your microphones. You're playing with the mics. They sound terrible. Sorry.
This is an audio show. Sorry, everybody. This is not chaos.
Yeah. Okay. So
we're gonna talk Dread.
Okay. So the simple fact, and yes, it is similar to another movie called The Raid, but the fact that we all waited to see the second part of that movie, I think adds to this. And Carl Urban is just so good at that character. Even though you don't see his face, it's all about the voice. It's all about the presence. And that was the first time that I saw, who is it, Ken? Who's your lady love from Game of Thrones?
Lena Headey.
Yeah. Lena Headey in that role was so crazy and so good. And I would love to see where they go next and see if there are other people within the world that have powers to help.
Yes, and what it also did, what that movie did, the first Dread, was that it knew what it was and it had fun, and it was also some of the best 3D you've ever seen in a film for Dredd, and it also it was really going up against a mountain of garbage with the Stallone, and to be able to really take it and make it its own. And when you watch that movie, Dredd, it is so much fun. And you're right, Tiffany, you can compare it to Raid, but it became its own movie because and from him never taking his helmet off, it sets it up so well. What else can this guy do? Just like the Raid, what's the next adventure out of the building? I want to see Dredd. I want to see him, you know, he learned some stuff. It just left it open for such a great sequel, and we got nothing.
And the fact that you're in one setting for the entire film, and I was completely plugged in the whole time. If they took it even to a different location or spread it out a little bit more, I'm like 100% in.
I think you guys undercut your argument a little bit by mentioning the Raid.
I don't think so.
No, you never should have mentioned it because it's the superior film, and
it's a different movie. It's the same. It's a different movie,
and also very similar.
But so there are a lot of movies like Die Hard. There are a lot of movies that are set the same way Die Hard is, but Speed is the same movie.
And I enjoy them both equally. I love the Raid, and I was excited for the second one. I love Dredd, and I'm excited for a second one.
All right. Well, we just want to go with something that's a little bit more spectacular and fun, and also Arnold Schwarzenegger's best performance.
Last Stand.
James Cameron's True Lies.
Go on.
True Lies, the CIA badass who stopped terrorism in that world. Right. It didn't really work out because they're not making more.
Can I tell you why it's not fantastic?
No, you can't because
give your argument.
It is the best. I think it's the best acting Stallone's ever done. I think
Stallone? You lost. You lost.
Nick, come on, Nick.
The fact that you couldn't even remember the actors
Okay,
that
no,
lost
let's
that movie.
Let him go.
Okay.
That's fine. Let's keep going.
Out of all of the Cameron
because they were so nice in their Joker argument, they let all guys speak. So go ahead.
There have been so many forced sequels to Schwarzenegger Cameron movies in particular. It's kind of shocked me that True Lies hasn't had a sequel made of it, because it's kind of like Christmas Vacation. You can make a sequel 20 years later and it still works because you can pick up where those characters were. Plus, Eliza Dushku.
Wait, you liked Christmas Vacation too?
No, Christmas Vacation.
They made
because Christmas Vacation was 10 years after Vacation, and it made sense because the characters were older. You didn't have to explode make them seem like they were younger.
They did make a Christmas Vacation.
I know.
Let me argue for why I should not do True Lies 2.
Okay.
It's because I'm old. My movies have not worked. I tried to do Expendables. I'm phoning it in now. No one cares. No one cares. No one cares anymore about True Lies. They don't. I mean, look, I love True Lies. It's awesome, but no one cares anymore. And Arnold just has not been the same. We don't know how he's going to be in Terminator. It doesn't work. Tom Arnold would probably be the best part in the whole movie.
He was the best part in the first part.
You're right. And he probably would be the part of
James Cameron. He hasn't done a movie with James Cameron.
He doesn't give a shit about number 2. He's too busy making blue people for 5 years.
That would stop him from doing Avatar. That would stop him from doing
Robert Zemeckis doesn't care about doing Back to the Future, but you tried to use that as your argument.
That's not this argument, buddy.
But hey, I'm just saying, don't attack us on logic.
You're fake fighting. You're fake fighting. You don't believe in this.
What if I told you could still bounce a quarter off Jamie Lee Curtis's ass?
She's 107.
That was my first girlfriend. That was my first
Still bouncing.
I want to see that.
She'll be farting the whole time.
If Schwarzenegger did something that made me feel like maybe this guy could carry a movie like that, and maybe we'd catch lightning in a bottle again. How many times does that happen? Carl Urban, on the other hand, every time he does something, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Like that Vampire Priest movie.
Can you guys
just say Eliza Dushku gets captured behind enemy lines, and Grandpa Badass
do you really want to see that, Dan?
Yes. If James Cameron does it.
Do you really want to see old Arnold
No.
again?
No.
Honestly, that's where I'm struggling.
I'd rather see
I'd rather see that than even do another Terminator.
Here's where I'm going. I would have loved to see True Lies sequel like 5 years after True Lies. You 100,000,000% yes, but do we really want to see it now?
More than the Raid 4, yes.
I get it. I love the creative idea, but if I got to pick between those two, I want to see Dredd again, and I want to give them more chance to see that.
We didn't have a heart in it.
It's time.
We didn't have a heart in it because good movies don't need sequels. So.
This is an interesting one that came in just on Twitter. I don't know if there's an argument, so let's do it really quick. Michael Bay versus M. Night Shyamalan. Who's the worst? This comes from a Hawaiian beef stew.
I'll take Bay.
Can you guys do Shyamalan?
Shyamalan.
We'll take Bay.
This is a fight. I like it. Ding, ding, ding.
We'll take Bay.
Worst director, M. Night Shyamalan versus Michael Bay.
You guys go first this time.
You guys are going to go for Shyamalan. Let's hear it, Team Screen Junkies.
Shyamalan has not made a good film in years.
Or ever.
Ever.
He's made a couple.
No, I would not go that far.
6 Sense Unbreakable.
But he has a shit streak longer than anyone in Hollywood.
It's like a dog wiping his ass on the carpet.
Yep, that's all he does now. In fact, he
They can't even put his name on the movie that's coming out.
He's upping the ante. He is teaming up with Jaden Smith, the worst piece of garbage in Hollywood.
Oh, man, how?
Oh my God!
And I will do pro Michael Bay, The Rock, Bad Boys 2.
When was that? A long time.
When was the last time M. Night did one?
All right, hold on, guys.
It's hard to argue with these guys. I can't imagine how hard it is to argue against them.
Nick, shush. Guys, Michael Bay, why is he the worst?
Hal, let them talk.
Yes.
Yeah. Come on, Al.
Careful moving your mic around, Nick.
All right, is that out there? So I would say Michael Bay is definitely the worst filmmaker. He is so lazy. He makes the same film over and over again. Transformers 4, exactly the same, just longer and more boring than the previous 3. He's almost a parody of himself now. You know exactly what his camera shots are going to do, and now it's so over the top that it is laughable. Not the special effects aren't even great. The action scenes are not great at all. He hasn't made a good film in a long time.
Let me start with this.
I'll say The Rock, I love.
Let me start with this.
Bad Boys 2, I love.
Shyamalan is horrendous. Horrendous. However,
What?
at least,
The magic wind?
You gotta let me finish the point.
I was being Mark Wahlberg.
Come on.
I was being Mark Wahlberg. Sorry,
but
what's happening?
Now, but the thing is, at least he is trying with story. Albeit the stories are garbage. He is trying. Michael Bay doesn't even try. The Pain and Gain, he took a real life story. It was the most fun he's had. And in that movie, took a real life murder, a story that should have been handled by like Scorsese or something, and took that slow motion. How many slow motion shots? Explosion, girls.
Well, when you get the Gain, hold on, guys. Pain and Gain or After Earth? Let's be honest.
But here's why After Earth was. But here's the reason. Here's the difference. Pain and Gain was really bad, but it was Michael Bay. He had all the control. As where Shyamalan was bullied by Will Smith.
Oh, dude.
So he was bullied by Will Smith.
I gotta tell you, Pain and Gain was still watchable. Shyamalan has made 3 unwatchable movies in a row. Lady in the Water.
But he's made at least 3 good ones. Bay has not made any good quality stories.
Oh,
Rock's good. The Rock's the only good one.
Last Airbender.
Bad Boys is fun.
You want to jump through a 12-story window to
I would put The Island against.
Can I put The Island against
over
what?
any M. Night movie?
Come on, over Sixth Sense, over Unbreakable.
Yes.
You lost the argument.
Nick, can I make a point?
Go ahead.
What's the first thing you see on any trailer for any Michael Bay movie?
Can someone poison him?
It says
he's the best
in
one
big letters on Ninja Turtles. It says a Michael Bay film from the director of the Michael Bay. Hollywood is like, oh, they know people love to hate Michael Bay because they just know he's going to rip them off.
Makes him the
they
worst.
Put his name on front of every movie that they put. You would have had to hire a private detective to find out that M. Night Shyamalan directed After Earth. They want to bury this guy because he's the worst. And you know what? You know what else? You don't have to fucking look at Michael Bay in a Michael Bay movie, and M. Night Shyamalan has to put his face and laugh at our face in every one of his movies.
He made himself the hero scribe in Later in the Water.
I would say at least M. Night Shyamalan tries more original things. He's taking risks. Michael Bay just like pay the checks and then he watches the money roll in, and it's just not interesting at all.
Plus, Michael Bay didn't direct Turtles; he just produced it.
But his name was all over it. It didn't say
here's another stink bomb, but
it didn't say a movie by Jonathan Liebsman. It said a Michael Bay production.
Real quick, I'm going to challenge Dan here because I think I'm putting Dan on the spot.
Yes.
Which one's worse to watch, After Earth or Transformers 4?
Be honest.
After
Earth.
You be honest.
After Earth
I'm struggling with that question too.
Gun to your head.
They're
be honest.
so bad for different reasons.
At least it's over quicker.
Here, I'll show. And by the way, another reason Michael Bay is horrible. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, because at least people will go see those movies.
Yeah.
No one's going to see an M. Night movie.
And should I bend over the desk?
Honestly, I think After Earth as a movie is more poorly constructed and more poorly made, but it's way shorter.
Yeah.
So if you put a gun to my head, I'd have to say I'd watch it just because it's over quicker than the Transformers 4.
Out of there faster.
But it's I think it's just worse technically and even
I got 2 words for you. Pearl Harbor. All right, next.
The Rock.
Pearl Harbor. It's horrendous. It's a love triangle between. It was one of those. It could have been Saving Private Ryan. It could have been one of the most.
Which movie's better, Sixth Sense or The Rock?
The Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock is probably better. Yeah. The Rock is better.
A better overall movie?
Yeah.
I know, but
hold on. I'm going
I'm
on
saying-
record saying The Rock is his best movie. Is that fair?
But what year
Does
was
anyone
The Rock?
disagree with me?
The Rock was
And
96.
Sixth Sense is his best. Shyamalan's best movie.
96.
Who made the best movie?
97.
Who's the better
95.
filmmaker?
Here's another point.
97?
Shyamalan is so clueless.
When was
He went
Sixth
out to
Sense?
he set out to make a thriller in The Happening, and he accidentally made a great comedy.
Yeah.
He's so clueless.
Transformers
Can we
4
say
is
that they're both
hilarious
horrible?
as well.
Which one's the
It's
best
not.
movie, Rock or Sixth Sense?
It's kind of like the After Earth. It's kind of like the After Earth Transformers 4
there's
debate.
two-
Which one would I sit down and watch right now? The Rock.
Yes. If you're asking as far as the more entertaining to just sit down anytime and watch, I would say The Rock. As far as a better overall put together story, plot, characters, no, Sixth Sense.
I would say Sixth Sense blew my
Better
mind
acting.
the first time I saw it with that twist ending. I did not see coming, and I thought that was highly original, and
But
it
was
made
the
me want to
movie
see
better-
it again straight away.
Sorry, I didn't mean
The
to cut-
Rock is fun to watch.
Was Sixth Sense really? Was it just the twist that helped
Yes.
Sixth
It
Sense?
was a bit of a
Where-
parlor.
Go back and watch
And
it.
the
I mean,
rewatch
that's some of
again.
some of
The
Bruce,
setup
Bruce
for the
Willis
twist.
really
Yeah.
acts really well. You don't see that kind of acting in Bruce
Awesome.
Willis anymore. Haley Joel Osment was a kid star for a reason. The kid, I mean, there is
creepy moments.
acting chops in that movie for sure. There's a lot of good acting, and the writing is actually pretty decent. The reason why people ask that question is because you know the twist, and the twist was so big that now you're like, oh, I know the twist already. You go back, there's some really good performances
Here's
in the
the
movie, and
thing:
it's not a lot of heart.
they both
Creepy,
have
too.
They both have hits under their belts, but today Shyamalan is the
Yeah,
worst.
I guess it's hard for me because can we all agree they both are terrible?
They're both a
Yeah,
top.
oh,
I wish
yeah.
they both stopped making.
But I
movies.
gotta say,
Yeah, me too.
But I
If
still,
I
can I
had
ask
to
my,
pick-
can I my last point is that when I go into a Shyamalan movie, I still, in the back of my head,
Go,
have that,
please,
I have that
come on.
hope. I have that hope that maybe something was out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be terrible, but I have that hope. With Michael Bay, I go in pissed off, knowing I'm going to be pissed off, knowing that I'm going to get the same garbage over and over. It's the same thing. He never tries anything different.
At least he's
It's shit.
consistent.
He tried Pain and Gain, and everyone got shitty about it.
But it was the same style.
No, it wasn't.
It was the same
It wasn't.
Oh,
Christian, give it to Team Screen Junkies. It comes
You're like
down
Will
to-
Smith.
It comes down to Pain and Gain was a little different,
No,
and
it
I'd
wasn't.
rather watch that than any.
That
of
was his
Shyamalan's
independent
last
movie,
5
and it was
movies.
better than any other
Let's
M.
take
Night movie.
Murder and make it a comedy.
By the way,
What is every movie?
But I also think,
By the way,
Murder comedy.
Wait,
I think The Rock is The Rock is the better movie, and so for that fact alone, Bay's a better filmmaker, and therefore
you're crazy.
Shyamalan's the one.
And by the way,
crazy.
he's a funny one. I just bludgeon you with like yelling, and then Dan finishes you up with
but
knowledge.
what did you say about Pain and Gain?
It was the best movie I've seen in 10 years.
NWO.
I got called out on Twitter. Did you guys do a Devil's Advocate?
No.
Oh yeah, I did.
Did you?
I came in. I argued for what the hell did I? I came in for something. I thought.
I just
if
remember
you-
a lot of shouting.
Yeah.
Oh no!
If you did, we're tied. If you didn't,
No,
Screen
they did,
Junkies
but they
won.
didn't win.
Well, good. At least the audience thinks I won that one. So
They
that's-
argued for on the very first one. Back to the Future. Back to the
Oh,
Future.
Back to the
Oh, you
Future.
did. So
Yeah,
it's a
yeah, yeah.
tie.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right.
Do we have time?
They won that one.
We can do one more.
All right,
Tiebreaker.
sorry, quickly,
And can we have the audience vote on who wins this round?
Well, I'm betting the Schmoville audience.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Probably.
They actually took you guys on that Star Wars thing and said I was
been pretty back
kept
and
going
forth.
on blabbing about nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Best movie. I'm throwing it out there. Best plot twist in any movie. Do we
Sixth
select
Sense. No, I'm just kidding.
Here we go again. Transformers 4.
that? What about this? Best Scorsese directed movie.
There you go.
Hey.
I'm going to let JTE and
Nick, who do you
Who's
pick?
there?
You pick.
Who do you
want to
gotta do it
argue with?
quickly, I
Every time you
imagine.
do that.
You get to argue. Who do you want
Best
to with you?
Scorsese
Who wants
movie, and I want to
to
make
do
sure
it?
we're
Who do you
picking
want?
different movies.
JTE?
JTE, come on.
All right, JT.
Do you
get in
guys
here.
have a selection?
Yeah.
You've locked it in?
And I think I know.
Do you guys know what you guys are
want.
picking?
Yes.
Stay.
Yeah.
Sorry, we don't have a bullpen.
What are you guys picking?
Goodfellas.
We're
Yeah.
deadlocked.
Next question.
I know, because it's awesome.
It's
It is the
hard.
best.
Raging Bull?
What's that?
you argue Raging Bull?
No.
No.
Goodfellas.
Should they make more Lord of the Rings Hobbit movies? Is anyone?
Tiffany, come
Yes.
on.
Yes.
She can do that one.
Yes.
No, get one that we're passionate about because she doesn't want to win that. I already won.
What?
I already won that one.
I mean,
no.
I have.
Twitter.
I
Come
just
on.
don't know
Why
what
aren't you
my
tweeting
else you
stuff
She
at us?
loves Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I.
Your chance to
I
have
think
your
I might
Twitter called
say-
out on a live
I don't want
Schmoville.
something
Come
right
on.
now.
Do you want a 3-hour movie about an index?
I want a 3-hour movie, but not
Best Marvel
tomorrow,
movie?
like in a couple years.
Best Marvel movie?
Yeah, best Marvel movie.
Or should there be a million Marvel movies coming soon to a theater near you?
Best Marvel movie.
You sound like no.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll argue Iron Man.
Yeah.
Man 1.
Alright, they say
That's a tough one. I don't know.
Iron Man
First
1.
Iron Man.
So is
Iron
it
Man?
Yeah, we'll do Iron Man 1.
best
Yeah.
Marvel movie?
Let's do it. Iron Man 1.
You guys got one? Are you
And
okay
what I
with
was
this?
saying
Is
on
our
the
last
side
battle?
was, I do want more Lord of the Rings
You guys
movies,
have
just
one? Are
not
you confident?
tomorrow.
The Avengers.
The Avengers versus Iron Man.
Yes.
Without Iron Man 1, you don't get the Avengers, and that could have been a complete disaster. Iron Man was not a super recognized character. It came out, people said, Robert Downey Jr., that guy's couldn't handle an Ally McBeal. He's gonna handle Tony Stark, and he crushed it. And Jon Favreau, another one, I don't know if Jon Favreau can do it. He made it work, and that movie, with the way they set up Jeff Bridges and the father-son relationship, it just set up exactly what the Marvel Cinematic Universe needed to do to continue it on.
And the fact that you could watch him in that cave and see all the different kind of personas of his personality, and there was a long period where he's just like hanging out, building stuff, and that was awesome, and I wanted to see more of it. And working, like being in around the comic shop area, there was a lot of people who came in being like, I want to read this comic book. Who's this guy? Because of that film. And I think that was the catalyst for the entire Marvel
Started
universe.
the
So without
cinematic
that
universe,
movie,
yeah.
we wouldn't have an Avengers like he was saying.
But saying that you wouldn't have the Avengers without Iron Man, okay, you could say without RKO Pictures, there would be no modern motion picture society.
No one would be. There wouldn't be an audience. There wouldn't even be an audience for it.
You wouldn't even care.
There wouldn't be an audience for the
Because
Avengers.
Iron Man.
May I? I'm very passionate about this.
Dan, go for it.
Here's why I think the Avengers is the best Marvel movie. The Avengers was the culmination of a lifelong, over 50-year cinematic dream for every comic book fan on the face of the earth. We all sat there. Harloff, I know you did it. I did it. I bet everybody here did it. When we were kids, we had our Hulk action figure, and we had our Thor and Captain America action figure, and they go off and they do adventures. And for as long as TV and movies were around, they could never get it right. The Incredible Hulk and Thor did that terrible TV movie. It didn't seem like they were ever going to get it together. And then the Avengers came out. And I'm telling you, there are maybe 5 times in my life when I can recall sitting in a theater watching a moment. And that moment in the Avengers, that shot where they're fighting in New York, and it goes from Captain America to Thor to the Hulk, and they're going around, and you see all of these characters on screen together.
Time after time,
that wasn't just a great movie. No, but I'm telling you, but that entire movie, they took this impossible dream of getting all of your favorite characters together in one movie and fighting, a dream that no one thought that would ever be accomplished, and they made it a reality. And you know what? They're still making it a reality.
I also feel like, yes, there are incredible moments in that movie, and I felt that way, where I was like, wow, we're getting all of our characters together. This is epic. But, again, it's like the first time you saw Iron Man alone, standalone, and the story in that movie is so much better than the Avengers storyline. There's so much going on. In that one, you really get to focus on and develop
the expectations for Iron Man was to not be a bag of shit. The expectations because of Iron Man and the other Marvel movies were so high. They were so high for everyone. Everyone had this movie. And not before that, anytime they ever tried to, like Dan said, try to do like too many villains, too many heroes, it ended up being just a dumpster fire that no one could watch. This one not only met our expectations for all of our dreams, it exceeded them. It blew us away.
But hold on. On Twitter, immediately, I need some help while they're talking. Tell us on Twitter. Screen Junkies and Schmoes Know. Tweet us both.
Also, if I could say, yes, Iron Man kicked it off with a bang, but now it's not even the best solo Avengers movie.
But that doesn't count.
Winter
That doesn't matter. No,
that doesn't count.
Exceeded it.
And why? But no, wait. Why is that? Wait, why is that? It's because it set such a standard, and what it did is it set such a tone. Yes, it is. Avengers is one of my favorite movies of all time, but it doesn't get to where it is without the Avengers, without Iron Man setup. Because you get Tony Stark, and because of that, Avengers is able to write and build off of what Tony Stark did. Stark Tower,
that makes it integral, but not the best.
Yeah, just like talking just like character and story
on the movie.
That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. That's my
point.
point.
Them both apart, and we don't talk about, oh well, you wouldn't have Avengers. I get it. It's a fair point.
The villain is better.
Movies.
Okay, the villain's better than the Avengers. You've got Loki, who's the best villain in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Versus, I like Jeff Bridges, but at the end, he became...
Loki was the alien's bitch.
But he was the alien's
bitch.
Oh, but Hiddleston is our people's
You actually have a third act.
No, look, what the story, you talk about a story as where you see Tony Stark, what he really was about growing as a billionaire. And then... he had nothing. He had nothing except, you talk about character arcs. His dad was he had absolutely nothing going on as far as he was just a playboy. He was a drunk. How about Robert Downey Jr. able to play off of that, able to be courageous enough to do that?
But guys, how awesome was it when the Hulk flipped Loki around?
If I gotta go, I got my instinct, and I gotta go with Twitter. And Screen Junkies just won the Avengers. They're telling me on on Twitter. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm lucky enough to say, get the hell out of here. No, it was really fun to have the Screen Junkies crew, and make sure that you check them out. It's on every Sunday. Popcorn Talk Network. Go and watch them. You get this stuff all the time. They're awesome. It's so much fun to have all you guys in here.
Can we come back and do this again with you guys?
Yeah, can we come back on your show? You got our crew on. Let's do it. Love these guys. If you have not watched their show, this is what you get. It's an amazing, amazing show. It's one of my favorites on the network. Go check it out.
I love doing it live. I'm better prepared.
It's great live.
All right, guys. So when we get back, we're going to talk about the After Hour show. We're going to give away some more prizes. We're going to talk about the Schmoeville Awards that you guys created yourself, and we'll tell you some of the winners and losers and all that kind of stuff when we get back after the break. Schmoes Know Movies, and follow Screen Junkies on Twitter.
Now everyone hug.
DC Universe! We are DC Movie News. I'm Adam Gertler.
I'm Roxy Stryer.
I'm Johnny LaQuasto. And we are your weekly source for all news and rumors related to Warner Brothers' upcoming slate of DC movies. There's a lot of them coming.
Yes, and we're playing with the toys on the table right now, paying attention to Adam, of course.
That's an Adam West bobblehead. What other show can offer you that? This is true. There's a lot of movies coming from DC and Warner Brothers over the next few years. We have to wait till 2016 till they get here, but we're going to talk about them week after week. Rumors upon rumors upon rumors.
And make sure you find us on iTunes and YouTube at Popcorn Talk.
And we also embrace awkward silence.
You found the Jedi Alliance on the Popcorn Talk Network, the celebration of the greatest saga ever told.
Where can you find us? Glad you asked. You can subscribe to us on the YouTube page, just search Popcorn Talk, and we're also on iTunes, just search Jedi Alliance.
And if you're on iTunes, subscribe, rate, and review. Follow us on Twitter at Jedi Alliance SK and the Popcorn Talk. Don't forget we also have Instagram.
And Facebook, so give us a like and a follow, and like some more, and then press like.
Please continue to listen to the Jedi Alliance because many Bothans died to bring us this information.
Poor Bothans.
Hello, we're the Marvel Movie News team. My name is Matt Key.
I'm Meredith Placco.
And I'm Matt Cook. You can join us here every Thursday night where we discuss and dissect all the Marvel movie news from the week. The name pretty much says it all.
We also talk television, everything from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Sony, Fox. If it's going on in the comic world and the movie world in Marvel, we have it here.
So tune in and nerd out. It'll be fun! It'll be a great time! You can catch us on youtube.com/Popcorn Talk Network or find us on iTunes and subscribe to the podcast.
Look at Ethan Irwin coming in throwing bombs. Ethan, so we've been talking about all the movies, and we just hit the majority of July. We're in the Wolverine right now.
Top 10. No, I'm very excited about it. I love that whole series of films.
Even the last one, even the Last Stand.
Well, no, I only count
not
real.
The Last Stand, not the Last Stand. Origin. Excuse me. I love the Last Stand.
Yeah. No, that movie's actually terrible too. You're wrong.
Yeah. No, you stop that.
No. Last Stand and Origins are, but I don't count them as X-Men movies.
Christian, you didn't like the Last Stand.
First Class.
Wait.
That's X-Men 3, The Last Stand.
X-Men 3 Blue.
Those family kind of broad appeal movies. Yeah. I think that some parents may be afraid to take their kids to see Pacific Rim because that monster shit is intense.
What's the Wolverine rated though? What is it rated?
Wolverine is going to be
PG-13.
It's just NC-17. It's just really brutal. There's a lot of bathhouse scenes.
It's tough to whack off with claws. It really hurts.
July 17th. No. July 19th. Only God Forgives. And I just hope that Ryan Gosling talks and doesn't stare as much in this movie.
Yeah. I mean, I still really like Drive. I just didn't love it. I think it was the greatest movie of the year.
I like it. I would like it a lot more if I saw it again. I'm just so sick of certain people going, "It's the best thing I've ever seen."
Like they say it like that.
Everyone if anybody said anything in that voice, I would
it's just Josh the intern. Josh the intern's on. He's like, I hate Spider-Man, but Drive. Oh my God, I have it on my desktop.
Yeah. Christian, I'm willing to bet you $5 that the Lone Ranger
American dollars
will not be 5 rubles. That the Lone Ranger will not be the most money-making film in July.
Well, what do you think?
When Ethan Irwin tabulates all the votes next in July, Pacific Rim could be Despicable Me. I'm taking the field.
Give me what will beat it.
Despicable Rim? Despicable Rim will?
Despicable Rim?
If we combine... The NC-17.
It sounds like a Ken Napstok video from this weekend. Despicable Rim.
Hey, you know what? We should get somebody to make a poster for Despicable Rim.
Despicable Rim?
Yeah, I want to see what kind of
I'm
movie
sure
that is.
Vivid already has that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you gotta have
Stop
Ken
it.
in it. Ken's got to be in it.
Stop it.
Cinemax, 3 a.m. tonight.
pretty
Despicable
good at
Rim.
All right, Schmoeville, we are back. It is the Schmoes Know Movie Show, and it is the...
Take a breath.
That was crazy. A lot of fun having the Screen Junkies guys in here, and you guys were a lot of fun out there watching and tweeting along and all that
And
stuff.
Iron Man totally won.
I thought so. Now, like we said, this is the last show of 2014, not talking about the After Hours show, which will be on Saturday. This is the last Schmoes No Movie show of 2014, and we are giving away a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about the Schmoes Awards that you guys came up with. Now, what we did, if you didn't know earlier, I had asked Alicia at After Hours show. You guys called in. Make sure 424-253-0504 to play in. Now we're going to give away a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Blu-ray. So let's see. Alicia, go ahead. Who are you going to ask a question to?
I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
You said I can get personal.
You can.
So I'm going to ask you something that only you would know, but then the audience can guess.
Okay.
Okay, so what's your number?
Oh, man.
Write it down. Write it down, and then people will guess the closest to.
But if they don't, if they get close, oh man.
Or if they can guess like
Do you
brackets.
know it?
I'm trying to
Like
think.
over 50.
You don't know it.
Under 50. Guess approximate number. Maybe.
Again, I am so glad I'm not going to be on this show.
All right. Oh man. Okay.
So
Remember, I've
people
been married
can call
7 years.
in, and they can guess.
Oh, that's a good one. But
Yeah.
a bad one at the same time.
like
Okay,
it.
so 424-253-0504. All right. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey, it's Sean from Texas.
Hey, did you hear the question Alicia asked me?
Yeah, what's your number?
Yeah, you get to guess.
Approximate.
2006 Harloff, not me.
Well, I'll go my own number. I'll go 7, but for you, I'm going to go 10.
So,
Is it close?
Wait.
No, not close. So do you want to keep going?
Yeah, you got to bring
Another
in somebody else.
Yeah.
No, I don't want you to see this. You're not in the After Hours show. You're not in the After Hours show.
I remember. It's okay. Okay, next caller. You're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
All right, hey man, you got to turn it down. So, hey, you are in Schmoeville. Alicia really got me on this one. What do you got?
I'm gonna pay for it this Saturday, aren't I?
Am I on?
Yeah. How many do you think? Who do you think? What's his number? Just
And it only gets close. You don't have to give the actual one. Just close.
It's close.
Yeah, sorry.
Hello.
Go ahead, man.
So what do you think Harloff's number is? How many girls has he slept with?
Harloff?
Yeah. 2006 Harloff.
If it's 2006 Harloff, it's 25.
No.
All right, we gotta get. I think
Should we say high or lower?
No, I think one more
Okay.
person. I think one more person calls in, and then you change the question.
Oh, you just don't want to answer.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Why not?
You can't make new rules to the game.
This isn't the After Hour show. It's close to it. All right.
Okay.
All right, fine. You're not. You shut it. I'll start asking you nymphomaniac
I
questions.
didn't mean I have to
Quiet, you.
answer.
Be quiet. All
You
right.
can't change
Hey,
the
you're in
rules,
Schmoeville. Who do we got? Tiffany, what's your number? Hold hands.
I've held hands with a few people.
Hello, you're on the line. Can you guess? I don't know. Is that what you say? You're in Schmoeville?
Yeah. Who do we got?
What do you want to say? I don't even know. 15?
No. God, people think differently of
All
me.
right. All right. Yeah. See, everyone wants to change the question.
Oh,
All right. We'll do one more.
How dare you,
What?
sir? How dare
Everyone-
you,
it's
sir?
boring. They can't
It's
get it.
boring. You are backing off something that you created.
Yeah.
You sit there at
Alicia
Chili's.
created it.
You sit there at
Alicia
Chili's.
created it.
Don't
Ask
blame
them, we're
me
trying
now.
to have quesadillas and just saying, hey, where would you put those quesadillas? You do this every night to us. You do this every night to us. Every party.
Exactly. That's why I like to make
party.
you
I'll tell you where I'll put those quesadillas. Get out of here. Shut your mic off.
Can we say
All right.
it's higher than any number that has been mentioned so far?
Well, you just did. 424-253-0504. All right. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hello?
Hello. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Holy crap, I'm in Schmoeville, right?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
I'm delayed a little bit on the show.
That's okay. So what do you got?
42.
That's close
Pretty
enough.
close.
Give it to him. All right. So,
Okay, give it to you.
All right, we'll give it to you. So why don't you go ahead, man, and send a message over to the Schmoes Know Facebook page.
He's happily married now.
Yes.
He's a very good guy.
Schmoes Know Facebook page. Go ahead and say, look at Ken, you son of a bitch. All right, congratulations on that. That was a good one, Alicia. I'll give it to you. But, you are mine on Saturday. I'll tell you that. Okay, let's get into now one of the cool things that you guys did on Schmoeville was that you guys came up with your own awards. And there were a lot of great ones. And I can't read any of them. They're like so small here. Category, what is...
Do you want me to read it? I've got good eyes.
You can see this?
Yeah.
I can't see any of this.
Okay, so the category... one of the categories is Best New Show on the Network. And I'm not just saying this, but Profiles, Malone and Matt's won.
Yeah, we got to see what the nominations were.
Sorry.
That's all right. So we also had category for the Ken Doesn't Care moment. When he did the news without any notes.
Yeah,
Aquaman,
that one.
favorite superhero, Keaton as Birdman, and only Guardians of the Galaxy counts. And I guess when he did the news without any notes, Ken, that's the one that won. Yeah. If you want to see, I can't read any of this. So what I'm going to do is go to Leanne Leacouter has posted all these on the Schmoeville page. If you go to Schmoeville with an exclamation point, go there and find all the winners. It's just it's really hard to read and it's going to be a difficult conversation. So what I would say now is we should talk about a couple movies coming out because you have The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You and I are on a little bit different pages there with The Hobbit. We have Exodus is the second week. There's tons of movies coming out for Christmas time, whether it be Unbroken and
a lot of indies around as well. A lot of screeners that we've just watched. I want to hear what Tiffany has to say about The Hobbit.
So I will just say that after it was done, I sat in the theater for an extra 15-20 minutes. Just kind of ruminating in the fact that I was just in Middle Earth and that it might not happen again for a very long time. This, to me, is the best of the three. There were a lot of things building up to this film. I think that, and I said this at the second one, Orlando Bloom seemed like he was sleeping in sad pants the whole time in the second movie.
What's wrong with you, boy? I got sad pants.
In the second movie, and though he's still a little bit sad in this one, he still brings it.
Yeah.
It's the Legolas that you know from the original trilogy. And Lee Pace, the guy gives elf face like no one I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's got good eyebrows, doesn't he?
He's got great eyebrows. But I think far as what?
Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat board.
Sorry. As far as the trilogy goes, getting over the fact that I'm it was a short book. It should have only been one, maybe two movies.
Yeah.
They really brought it home incredibly well in this last one.
Yeah, look, I was saying this right before the show started tonight. My problem with these movies, it really should have been two movies.
Yeah.
I think that if you would have combined, as JTE calls, Schmaug, and this with the Battle of Five Armies into one movie,
I agree.
Much better film because all the story points are really hit in the second movie, and all the really cool battles and the tie-up with Thorin and everything. Don't worry, we're not going to spoil too much.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to spoil anything. And at the very end, it ties up nicely. There was just something about it that it just felt like two halves. It really felt like two halves. And JTE made a great point. He saw the
Battle
second one. No, he saw Smaug. Watched it again the day before he saw the third one, and he really enjoyed it. And I said that makes sense because you're so fresh into it. It's
definitely, and it does start straight after Schmaug. Schmaug. So I think you have to rewatch that one again to get a handle on it. This one, Battle of Five Armies, was my favorite of the three just because it has so much action. But I got battle fatigue. There is a lot of action happening. It looks beautiful. A lot of CGI. But after a while, I was like, okay.
The CGI bothered me too. I wanted the orcs to be orcs again and not.
Well,
do you know?
Alicia. Oh no, you weren't. You were. Yes, I'm confused because I did Exodus and Hobbit, and I was like, which one was she there for?
Yeah, Hobbit.
So a bunch of us were talking about the orcs, and one of the other guys we know that was there talked to Peter Jackson, and he said, one, there were so many orcs passing out during the original films.
Yeah. Oh, really?
And how difficult it was, and that there were certain things that they could and couldn't do, having real people doing it. So I'm sure on some level, it's how can we go further with some creative stuff, but still have it look decent? And for me, I didn't actually notice it that much until someone said it, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess there were, it took me out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. It took me out, and I think I agree that maybe that was a big portion of why he did it, to protect a lot of the extras and stuff too. But I also think it's because his toys are a lot better now, and he also it's the Lucas thing too. When he was making the original,
it's not
as bad.
that
No.
Yeah.
No. But what I mean is that both he and Lucas. The reason I say that, when Lucas made the original trilogy, or the first episode 4, the first Star Wars, and when Jackson made the original trilogy, they were hungry. They were, and not to say that Jackson wasn't hungry, but he was successful when he made the Hobbit movies, but he had to prove himself. It was a big project. He really had to tackle it, and he put every stop in to show, like, no, they're going to wear this, they're going to have that, this is going to look real. And now that he's got so much money to be able to put, CGI and effects in it, you can see where that could take over just a little bit, and I thought it did.
And I'm really tired of these movies that are made from really short books, but they spread them out into, like, the Fantastic Beasts. That's going to be a trilogy.
Yeah.
Well, even Hunger Games too. I mean, Hunger Games, as much I did like,
but it's
Mockingjay
kind of
Part 1.
all
felt
they
like a
do is
setup
like
for the next.
last books now. It's always
agree.
the final book is 2 movies, and so. From that perspective, I'm like, do I see The Hobbit and say, okay, could it have been 2 movies and would I have been okay with it? Yes. But I think seeing this third one for me, I was like, okay, I'm fine that there were 3 because this one's so good.
Right.
And were you emotional that it's the end? Or happy?
I was emotional because it felt like when the first movies ended, I was sad because I was like, I'm never going to get to go back to this place. And then The Hobbit came back and I was like, oh, it was fine. The second one was better. And the third one, I'm like, that's so great.
Right.
And so it leaves you off in this great place being like, Middle Earth is the best place in the whole wide world.
Did you show the cast your tattoo?
I did.
What did
it
they
was
say?
super awkward.
Well, Sean Astin loved it, but okay. So that movie comes out. We got The Hobbit coming out, which is obviously going to be the moneymaker, and then you have all these other Christmas movies. I have to say, overall, for me, and I'm curious what you guys think, and especially you guys in Schmoeville, in the chat board on YouTube, make sure you share your thoughts. Even if you're watching not live, share your thoughts as you're watching this, and tweet at us as well. Have you been disappointed so far with December movies? Because usually December are those they hit hard. And I remember, like, last year Wolf of Wall Street came out, and a couple of big movies came out.
Still so weird that it came out Christmas time.
Yeah, I mean,
so happy Christmas.
But it's all those, and this December, I felt like the Power movies were actually in October. You got Nightcrawler, you got Birdman. Those were all those movies came out, and the big Power movies didn't really come out. Like, I mean, there was a lot of disappointing ones, okay ones, just not great.
I think definitely with the blockbusters, I haven't been impressed by anything so far in December. And as far as the indies, there've been some good ones, but now in December, it's all about the qualifying run for the Oscars. So they need to do a 1-week run for the Oscars to qualify them for voting, and then they'll save the wide release.
But even those, because American Sniper, our review should be out either today or tomorrow. It's okay.
Cake,
and
Still Alice,
The Gambler.
The Gambler.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that yet.
And that one I couldn't wait for, and it was just
really.
Yeah, I will say.
I thought it looked really good. Selma's the one that I'm
fantastic.
That I think,
It's now my number 3 favorite. No, 4. My 4 favorite film of 2014, and it's so powerful.
So why don't you guys right now hashtag Schmoes Know, and I'll read out some of the ones that you guys really enjoyed for the month of December, or the ones that, if you haven't seen them, that you're looking forward to. Let's take another phone call. 424-253-0504. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey, this is Dylan.
Hey, Dylan. What's up, man? So, Dylan, what movies so far in December have you seen, have you liked, and what are you looking forward to?
Probably the favorite ones I saw, I got to see the Hobbit trilogy, all 3 movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question, Dylan. Wait, so you said that, so you watched them all 3. Do you feel that helped your viewing experience for watching those, like, as opposed to watching them year by year?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It completely changed the whole experience of it.
Okay, cool. And so what are you looking forward to next in December?
It's going to be limited release, but I know coming up in January, American Sniper.
Okay. All right, Dylan, thank you so much for the phone call, dude. Hey, do me a favor and Facebook us at Schmoes Know, and we're going to hook you up with the Gremlins autograph poster. Thank you so much.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right, sounds good.
All right, dude. Okay, so I'm tempted to let you ask an after hours question, even though you're not going to. Even though you're not, I know that's true. You're like, have you ever kissed anyone on the cheek?
The thing is that and we've talked, partially for me, it's that if I'm going to learn things about people, I want to find out in an organic way when they want to tell me. I don't want to pry it out of somebody.
That's what this is all about. Ken, should we let Ken ask somebody? You know what? I'll let Ken ask somebody. Ken,
No, I'm not prepared for this.
I don't give a shit. Go ahead, and you get to ask somebody.
Yeah.
Ask anybody anything.
Okay.
All right. So who do you got?
Yeah. Did you date Katie Sekoff?
Not me. I already went. I just went. You got to ask somebody else. I just went.
Give me a moment to think about it.
Yeah.
I thought you were improv. I'm taking back that award. That award they gave you for the improv, right out of there. Right out of there.
So we talked a little bit about, what movies are coming out December still, but like, what are you going to see with your family? Do you guys go and do like a Christmas family movie or holiday family movie that week?
I'm an orphan. In America by myself for Christmas. It was going to be The Interview. Seriously, I was going to save that one to see. And I love going to see a film on Christmas Day. I remember I saw Django Unchained on Christmas Day, and that was a perfect way to spend Christmas. So I don't know, and I kind of miss the age of the Christmas movies. There's not really the Christmas themed movies so much anymore. I would just rewatch on the plane The Holiday, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies ever.
Napkin Man.
Mr. Napkin Head. Oh my gosh, I love that movie so much, and I felt like I was doing that when I went to London. And also Elf, I watch every single year.
Yeah, I watch Home Alone. I think that's what I'm going to show my daughter. My daughter's 3 now, so as she gets a little older, I want her to watch Home Alone, Christmas Story, for sure. Max, what's one of your favorite Christmas movies? What do you listen to? What do you watch normally?
Django Unchained.
Love this kid. That's your Christmas movie. Really? Mom's like, yeah, it's true.
And last year was Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street. Interesting. No, you not It's a Wonderful Life.
No. But I do see It's a Wonderful Life every year in Christmas. I've done it for the last 4 years in a row.
No.
Yeah.
Are you going to watch White Christmas this year?
I have it. They sent it to me.
Are you going to watch it?
Yes, I am going to watch it. I promise.
You haven't watched it?
No, I've never seen it before. We're going to watch it. I promise.
It is the best Christmas
you know what?
movie.
I can't remember someone who. I take it back about not. There was one movie in December that I actually loved, and that was Top 5.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet, but I have the screener, so I want
Top 5 is really funny.
I hear that.
I expected it to be meh, and it really delivered. It was so funny.
Wasn't it like that movie at what festival was it at that it premiered? But there was like no press about it. It was very low key. No one really did anything about it, and then all of a sudden everyone came out and was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah, I think nobody expected it.
Right.
Yeah, to be that great at all.
I could ask you one, but I'm not going to do it.
Oh jeez.
I'll wait till you have one, or what do you got?
I have a question to ask.
For who?
I would like Cobster and Upham to be able to both answer the question on the back mic.
All right. So wait, let's have Schmoeville call in 424-253-0504. This is for another Ninja Turtles Blu-ray. This is our second one that we're giving away. Okay.
Interns and associate producers, which is really the same thing.
Yeah.
Hollywood is a tough place. You got to get ahead. You got to do what you got to do to get ahead. So if you were to have sexual relations with one of the following 3 people to move ahead in Schmoeville, who would you choose? Your choices are Finstock, Makuga, or Ellis.
Oh.
Yeah, it's my kind of question.
So who are you gonna give? You got to give them one. Who's going to be the advocate for the Three Stooges?
They're both
they each get to answer.
Okay, so one picks Cody, one picks. Okay, so that's fine. All right, so call in 424. So we'll give away a Ninja Turtles and a Tom and Jerry here. Perfect. Tom and Jerry is perfect. 424-253-0504. All right, you got somebody, JT?
Nope.
Hold on. No, I wouldn't.
People like, I don't want to hear the answer.
Take your time, please.
Yeah, 424. All right, hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
This is Griffin from North Carolina. I'm in North Carolina. What's the question again?
All right, Griffin. Ken, will you repeat your question to Griffin, please? Your poor innocent Griffin.
Griffin, we have 2 young
handsome
interns and associate producers here, Cobster and Upham, and I'm giving them the choice to move forward in Schmoeville by having sexual relations with one of the following people: Finstock, Makuga, or Mark Ellis. What do you think Cobster will choose?
Makuga has cougar in his name, so I don't know. I'm not sure. I believe he likes to take risks. He's a risky little bastard. So I think he's going to go with Finstock.
All right. Who'd you go with, Cobster?
That would be correct.
Dylan.
Let me tell you why.
No, I don't need why.
I want to tell you why. I thought about it.
No,
quick.
we just like to
7:52. We got it. So Dylan, you're going to go ahead and give you the Ninja Turtles Blu-ray. Go ahead and Facebook us. All right, let's take another caller, JT. All right, hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey, this is Scott.
All right, Scott. So, as disturbing as this is, Ken, ask one more time, please. You have so much fun doing so.
Now your choices. You now have to choose for Cody Upham, Cody Hall, our intern. If he had to have sexual relations with one of the following people, who would he choose? Finstock, Josh McCouga, or Mark Ellis?
Oh, man. Cody seems like he'd be practical and wants some sweet love mates for him. I'm going to go with Josh McCouga.
You know me so well.
Cody, did you take McCouga?
No, absolutely.
All right, congratulations.
I love the reasoning.
What a
So
way to
good.
win the Tom and Jerry DVD, by the way. Okay,
Perfect.
congratulations
Nice.
on that.
Talking about.
Good work.
All right, so I just want to talk. Now I want to talk to all the crew in general because we're getting to. Riley, we have what? One more thing to give away?
We have the grand prize of Teenage Mutant Tutor
prize.
and one more Tom and Jerry.
Grand prize and one more Tom and Jerry. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to play Tweet a Celebrity. We haven't done that in a while.
We haven't done that in forever.
So, JT, go ahead and fire up that song. So here is how, and Upham, get your ass out here. I need paper and I need pen, and I want everyone to play, even our guests. So here's what we do. We write down a celebrity's name, and we pick out of a hat, and once we pick that name out of the hat, we will read it, and Schmoeville will go ahead and tweet this person and tell them that they need to be a guest on the Schmoes Know movie show. It has worked before. Hopefully it works again.
Oh, thanks.
Every random thought counts, and even powerful people have a Twitter account. It's time to tweet a celebrity.
There you go. Okay. Tweet a celebrity. Haven't done it in quite a while. Copster and Upham are writing everything down. And we will. We have a hat? Come on.
Because I like keep checking the people I want. I'm like, they're not on Twitter.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, maybe.
Yeah, me too.
So if you guys don't know how it works, again, like I said, we're gonna do this quick. We got 5 minutes. Movie ass. Han Pinkman says, "Tweet a celebrity is so lame. Then don't listen, motherfucker." I'm sick of that. Troll your ass. Troll your ass.
Oh my god.
Sick of it. Troll your ass. It's like don't comment.
Comment.
Humps.
Oh my god.
That's so
You're lame. Yes, thank you. Play that song. Play it. Crank it.
That's the noise I was making.
It was?
Because I don't know who to put on it.
All right. So let's do it. Let's do it. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people out there that I think is going to be fun to have on the show. You ready to go? All right. Let's pick it. So here's how it works, Shmoba, and you're going to get a chance here. Whoever tweets out, we're going to pick someone random. As you tweet this person, like, I don't know, let's say we pick Gwyneth Paltrow. And we pick out Gwyneth Paltrow, and one of you guys tweets out, "Hey, Gwyneth Paltrow, you should be on the hashtag Schmoes Know show." I'm going to pick one of you guys, and you're going to win the grand prize of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Riley, do you know what everything that's in that package, or should I just tell you?
Yeah, well,
You
we got 4 posters of artwork that's pretty awesome. We got the ninja mask. We got dog tags, a backpack, the Blu-ray special edition, and some little bag thing. I don't know what that is.
All right. Well, here's our JT. Give me the song one more time, because I'm gonna read it as we. All right. I don't think he's gonna do it. It's a good one, but he's not gonna do it right now. I got to take another one. He's just not. It's a great one. It's a great one. I'm gonna take another one.
Is it timely?
Yeah, it's just timely. The person wouldn't do it right now. All right. That's a good one too. Okay. At Conan O'Brien. I'm telling you, I don't know who wrote it. I'm hoping one of you guys wrote it. Yeah, at Conan O'Brien. That's a great one. I'd love to have Conan O'Brien. Let's tweet that out there. The first one was Seth Rogen, by the way.
I know. I saw there was another one.
Really good one.
Really good.
But he canceled his press tour.
Yeah.
So make sure. Okay, so at Conan, do you had Seth Rogen?
And there's another Conan O'Brien in here too.
Oh, you had Seth Rogen. It's a great one. It was a great one.
Really good.
Yeah. So okay, so here's how it works. Tweet Conan O'Brien. Tell him he has to come on the Schmoes Know movie show. Let him know that it's a show that he needs to be on, and we will pick one of your tweets, and I'll probably have to announce it either later on tonight or tomorrow who the winner is. But do it. Tweet away. Oh, and they're doing it. They're already doing it. They're going nuts. Okay, great. But someone just wrote me, and no, don't tell Schmoes Know they have to be in the show. Tell Conan that's in the show. All right. And then I'm gonna give one more. One more tweet. I'm gonna tweet out about this show, about the After Hour show. After I'm gonna say, hey, make sure you check us out on the After Hour show. Retweet that, and I'll pick a retweet, and you'll win the last Tom and Jerry package.
And I'm in trouble on Saturday night.
You are in big trouble. You are. Tiffany, will you be watching the After Hour show?
I don't think she will.
Will you be uncomfortable? You were part of a conversation like this
Here's
once.
the thing, though. It's that Like I said to you, if people want to share things with me, that's one thing. But I'd like it to happen in an organic way.
And why couldn't it happen organic on the air?
It's not your jam.
Because here's the thing: if I say no, you will attack me until I give an answer. And if I don't feel comfortable to give an answer, there's no option.
What's your number?
True or false?
All right.
So I don't know. I haven't decided actually if I'm going to watch or not, because if I do watch, I feel like I'm going to learn a lot of stuff about you guys that obviously y'all are willing to share, but I don't know if I want to learn it in that way.
It's going to be a very, very, very interesting show for sure. But Max, I'd like to thank you for joining us tonight. We had a good time. And to your lovely mom, thank you so much for joining us as well.
Yay.
We had a great start. Guys, we had a great 2014.
Yeah, I know.
It was really awesome.
Crazy.
I
New
joined
team members, old team members, fun. We had a brand new studio.
Fun.
Team,
Jokes.
yeah, so
Movies.
it was a lot of fun. We had so much fun to be able to do this show. Thank you to Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro for giving us a new home in April. Phase 5 is in full effect, and it's not going anywhere. Cannot wait to see Popcorn Talk Network. Make sure you subscribe there. And the After Hour show is going to be a debacle. One time only. Going to be on YouTube, on this podcast channel here. Make sure that you watch it on Saturday night, 9 p.m. Ellis will be on the phone. Finstock will be on the phone. Alicia will be dodging bullets. It is the Schmoes Know Movie Show. You guys are the best fans in the world. Thank you so much. Thank you, Screen Junkies. Peace out, Mother F's.
Bye.
From producers Christian Harloff, Mark Ellis, and the entire Schmoes Know crew, we would like to thank you for listening to the Schmoes Know Movie Show. Promotional consideration provided by the following: Teleflora, schmoesknow.com, and Love Noises. Special thanks to Kevin Undergaro and Maria Menounos, the author of Every Girl's Guide to Diet and Fitness, in stores now. To watch or listen to other Schmoes episodes, get movie news, and join the conversation, be sure to visit schmoesknow.com. I'm the Pit Boss, and this has been a presentation of Schmoes Know.